Oof, and we're live. Hello, Koa workers. How are you all doing today? Hi, Q. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you've been doing well. If you like men, tonight we will be romancing men. So in this game, actually, there are also female love interests, but apparently we can adjust the settings for that. From what I heard, or what I know, you can mark romantic choices. So we can like make appropriate romance choices that we want. Love men. Yeah, we'll be doing some romancing. See what bachelors we have in store for us. Also, I keep playing around with my microphone settings. Like, I was trying to do fancy things with it, putting in some like, you know, compressors, limiters, like equalizers and stuff to make the sound more crisp. But then when I look back at my live streams and play back the video, I'm like, oh my god, my audio quality is kind of crunchy in some places. I've been trying to make it better, but I felt like it's been making things worse. So I've turned those off for now. I'm gone back to my default mic setting. So we'll see how it sounds compared to my previous streams. I've been trying to improve on the quality a bit more, but somehow turning stuff off hopefully may sound better until I can figure out how to actually properly adjust my settings. But of course, as always, let me know if the volume is too loud, too soft with me talking versus the actual audio in the game. All about the men. Love my ladies too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we get some like really cool girls out there, really cool like female, like, you know, like I play a lot more otome games that only have male love interests. There's some like the amare games, the ones that have female love interests as well. They're pretty neat. So not as common. You remember like Mystic Messenger? Mystic Messenger had like a bunch of guys, but then it had the one female love interest who basically looked like, you know, your typical office woman. and she was, you think she would be like a love interest too, but your like route with her ended up being a lot more platonic, and I'm like, come on guys, you put a female, you kind of just made her a sort of female love interest, but then you kind of made it like, we're gal pals, we're like best of friends, you know. And it just felt I feel bad for anyone that wanted to do her route, and you know, because it felt a lot more platonic than any romance in it, versus like the other guys in Mystic Messenger, you know, that were like very much felt more romantic. They missed such opportunity. Like for Mystic Messenger, you're saying? Like actually, when I think about it, did Mystic Messenger have? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm like, when I think about it, did Mystic Messenger ever have merchandise? Because I really don't remember. I've seen like a lot of fan merch and like, you know, an artist. Well, actually not that much, but a little bit in artist alleys or on Etsy, but not a lot officially. Yeah, you're right. I'm like, Chariots, what were you doing? You had like a golden opportunity. You have sold like, I don't know, honey butter chips. That, like, you know, with 707 was like really into that. Could have milked it a bit more. Could have made plushies or something. But nah, they did not do that. So like, okay, well, that is a shame. But yeah, tonight we are gonna go into Sigh of the Abyss. So we'll see how much of the game we're gonna cover, because this one's actually like a full game, unlike some of the demos I've been showing on stream. But let's start new and see what's in store for us. So a bunch of content. So there is blood self-harm, implied nudity, violence, mind control, kidnapping, murder, euthanasia, gore, mutilation, and stalking. So there is like a dark fantasy game, so there are like dark content featured in it. So yeah, toss that out there as a heads up for anyone that's watching. Okay, well, there's the blood.
Renounce the false sun. Divine solace in darkness.
May blood be our witness.
We set our sights on the abyss.
Yeah. Oh, you know, girl, yeah, you got a little something, you know, just a little bit on the
So that
body, you know, kind of all over. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's kind of smudging a bit. It's okay.
they gaze back at us.
A lot of fleshy blood. Eye of the abyss. The heaviness that numbed your thoughts lifts from you. Air fills your lungs. Fingertips slide across the slimy cold. Oh. I need to be closer to my mic. I feel like off of. Okay, let me adjust that. Okay, fingertips, slimy, cold surface beneath you. 6 bodies lie around you. Some are slumped against your bloody cradled. Others are curled on the floor like broken dolls. Corpses, all of them. When your eyes fall on the hollow face of the closest one, you hear a whisper. The voice is faint, and you cannot make out what it is trying to tell you. What do you want from me? More whispers meld into a cacophony that forms no words. One that feels so familiar. Do we want to look at the corpses or ignore them? I mean, maybe we should take a good look. We got a lot of bloody bits all over us. The candles paint dancing shadows across the ashy faces of the dead who surround you. The blood that clumps your hair and stains your skin is theirs, that much you understand. Oh, did they kill each other? Did they kill themselves? Unanswered questions amass as another faint voice caresses your ears. In this moment, you hear sounds coming from outside. Muffled voices, footsteps, the clink of something against the door. 2 figures spill from the entrance. They couldn't look more different, yet they bear the same expression. I mean, I don't blame them. Like, could you just imagine, like, unlocking a door and this is what you see? Just some woman covered in all, like, blood all over. And, you know, just a lot of corpses around her. Just a tad.
Ladies, aid me! What happened here?
I don't know. I just woke up like this.
At least you're honest.
So girl, I just woke up like this. The shorter woman squints to study the corpses in the candlelight. Shaggy hair frames her face, and the scar on her lips draws your gaze.
They killed themselves. But why?
You have no answer for her.
We should leave.
The tall woman hands you a cloak. The candlelight makes the gold trim of her dress shimmer. As her eyes, sharp as blades, meet yours, a single whisper touches your mind.
Would freedom suit her shackled self?
This time you understand its words. Oh god, the voices are speaking to us, I guess. They are whispering, they are speaking. Repeat what the whisper said. I just heard a voice. It's like, yo guys, did you just hear that? The voices are talking to me.
That's never a good sign.
Oh god, they're gonna start shipping me off to the psychiatric hospital. The taller woman makes a face and wraps the cloak around you.
Silas, here.
The tall woman produces a small bottle of oil from her belt and hands it to the one named Silas.
I still don't know why you want to do this, but sure.
Then she places a hand on your back and firmly guides you from the room. I like, how did he even find? How did he know this place? How did he find us? I hope they don't think MC is Delulu. Yeah, hopefully not. Where they're like, okay, girl's covered in blood and hearing voices. I think, you know, she a bit cray.
Let's put some distance between us and the blaze.
The night sky looms over you, threatening to swallow you whole. A full moon bathes the fields in silver light. The stars seem to dance before your very eyes, mad like the cicada's song. You have so many questions. Were the people lying dead inside the shack? What did they do to you? Who are you? Oh well then, the acrid smell of burning flesh dries your mouth.
Why couldn't you set the place on fire yourself?
Why are you setting the place on fire to begin with?
The use of unsanctioned magic outside of the city would alert the halls.
And we can't have that, can we? By the way, where are your manners, miss?
Whatever do you mean?
You didn't even introduce yourself to our friend. I'm Silas, by the way.
The tall woman straightens her shoulders and gives you a practiced smile that doesn't reach her eyes.
Allow me to correct my mistake. I am Marinette, third of the council, and Decatrix, the meritor of the halls, and...
A name is enough, you know.
It's like, I don't know what the rest means. Marinette purses her lips.
What about you? I was told to rescue someone, but I wasn't given a name.
I love how vacant we are right now. We're just staring off into space. Just like in a vacant stare. Just like, what? What's happening? I'm sure Koa Miyo is our name.
Sounds real nice.
Marinette eyes you up and down, not unkindly, but also without any traces of warmth.
You're in dire need of a bath.
Flames lick at the roof of the shack, burning the bodies inside like a sick furnace.
And shoes.
And probably clothes too. Silas gestures towards the dirt path slithering through the fields.
The walk is going to hurt. Unless...
Or is it Silas? I already forgot. I think it's Silas. Silas crouches next to you and produces a dagger.
Just cutting some strings from the cloak, don't worry.
While we wait, would you mind answering a question for me?
Why? I have questions on my own.
Ask away.
Marinette's frown makes her displeasure known, but she doesn't say anything. Where are we? Why are you here? Where are we?
In danger. The city guard will be here soon.
You assume they care about what happens outside of the city walls.
They will if the fire starts to spread.
In any case, we're on the outskirts of Carolisa.
You don't recognize the name.
Now that your curiosity is sated, tell me, what do you remember of the events that led you here?
Answer her truthfully or you still don't trust her. I mean, if we can't trust her, like, who can we really trust? If you think about it. I'm still gonna save. Just saving. She's like, I don't know. I mean, she seems pleasant enough, right? Hopefully. Answer her truthfully.
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember.
That doesn't sound good.
The awareness you are trying to repress blooms like a bastard flower in your mind. You did not exist the previous day. You came into being mere minutes ago. Oh my god, we were literally born yesterday, or in this case, born today. Like 5 minutes ago. And the house we were born in just burned down.
Your silence is enough of an answer.
You have no memories, for one cannot remember what never was.
It's quite scary that those people could clean someone's head like that.
I don't think you lost any memories.
Renee steps closer and her piercing gaze makes your stomach twist. Does she know?
You should look at yourself in a mirror. You look like an old malevolent bat.
Excuse me.
Give her space. Let her breathe. And you, raise your leg.
You do as Silas requested and she wraps your foot with the fabric she cut from the cloak. Oh, we gotta get some makeshift shoes. Well, thank you, Silas. Yeah, MC is basically a baby. I guess we're kind of like some equivalent of a homunculus. We were just kind of created out of nowhere. Just straight up
Now the other, please.
existed. Like a faded stain on your psyche, a word comes back to you. Envoy. A shaky breath leaves your lips. I don't know what an envoy is. Should we tell them that I am the envoy? Maybe that's not a good thing to say that. I should just not say anything. Let's not say anything that could potentially damn us. You take a couple of steps. The bandages help with the roughness of the dirt road.
Yes. The safe house isn't far, I promise.
You have a safe house.
'Tis but a little place you can use until I find more suitable living arrangements.
Miss, I don't trust you alone with her.
And I don't trust you. So, we have something in common.
Oh no, the girls are fighting. No need to do so over me. Why should I follow you?
Because you have no idea where you are, and I am offering you shelter.
You just burnt my house. Silas looks over her shoulder at the blazing shack.
We should really start moving soon. Where's the safe house?
In the eastern hall.
Not really a place to be alone at night, huh? How about this? I bring you there safely and you let me stay as well so I can keep an eye on her.
I mean, I don't need to be watched over.
That's right, you don't. Silas, however, could use the...
Renee looks at her intently. You follow her gaze onto the frayed collar of Silas' blouse, held together with 2 buttons and a belt, and a stained vest that covers her. I mean, those buttons are, yeah, just holding it, I guess.
job.
I have a job already. Being her bodyguard.
I don't know what's supposed to imply that, like, Silas needs a job and she can't afford a proper shirt. She crosses her hands and stares Renee down.
Why do you think I knew where she'd be?
Very well.
It's kind of funny to see Marinette roll her eyes like that. It's kind of like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this. I feel like we should have more, like, sprites of characters in video games, like, just rolling their eyes. Or, like, just looking upward. Because I feel like we don't really see that expression very often, but it does convey a lot in that moment. Marinette, who has only been to the safe house once, gives her first, gives her first address. Met with a blank face, then a general description of the area.
Yeah, I know where it is. And I even know a shortcut.
The green hills bathed in moonlight soon turned into a stone road cordoned by small buildings.
I can't believe no guards came. What if the fire spreads to the fields and the city?
The cicada's song grows fainter. The longer you walk, the bigger the walls around the city becomes, until it swallows half of the sky.
We'll need to take a side entrance.
Side entrance?
Don't tell me you left the city through the main gates.
She guides you to the side of a small house built against the fortification. The wall there is covered in flowering vines. She moves them aside to reveal shattered bricks. Oh, well, you know, go winky dink. We got a little hole in the wall we can get into.
How industrious.
I hope that's a compliment.
Marinette rolls her eyes.
You're saying,
She does that a lot.
how's the... Do you feel any pain? I do not.
Thank you, Marinette. Thank you, Silas. Don't say anything. Wow, we can only thank one of them? Why can't we thank both of them? I mean, Sure, thank you, Marinette. He smiles at you. You follow them through the crevice. The inside of the wall is a dark mass of bricks, marred with lichen and time. After a minute of walking, Silas removes a wooden board and lets you emerge first.
Welcome to the old stomping grounds. Let's stay quiet. The city guard might be slacking, but we still don't want to alert them.
This is Carolisa.
Carolisa, okay. Carolisa is a maze of winding alleys of buildings so haphazardly tall they look about to topple over, grounded only by the vines wrapped around them. Silas navigates you through the dark streets until Marinette recognizes the safe house. She guides you to what looks like an abandoned building with a small door. Marinette sends a flickering light into the room and all the candles begin to burn. Oh, you know, no magic. Except, oh, she's within those city walls now. The windows are covered by thin curtains and an old fraying carpet darkens the middle of the low room. Marks on the floor tell you that there used to be more furniture, but the only pieces remaining are a table and 2 benches. Oh, you know, comfy. Sure, you know what? Yeah, I love how you can just like, I don't want to say anything. No. Just remain mute the entire time. I mean, you know, it's nice. It'll do, right? It's like we're out camping. We're, you know, where we're roughing it. Marinette closes the door behind her. Won't you tell me about... First, a bath. The side room is clean, yet smells of mold. The wooden tub that lies in the middle looks new and out of place. Fragments of a mirror have been swept into a corner, but some still cling to a hanging frame. Her arms move elegantly like a dance. Water spills inside the tub from seemingly nowhere. Oh, she's just like flexing her magic skills here. What? And she can heat up the water too? You dip your fingers and the blood on your skin dissolves into red stripes. Yes. She stands in the doorframe, looking at you. No. Through you. Marinette? Something you want to ask? With a sigh, she snaps out her reverie. Tell me after your first rinse, one is not going to be enough. Only then does she leave. Yeah, we kind of, got a lot of blood on us. You know, it might take a couple rinses or so. Once you sink into a tub, the water turns scarlet. If you lie completely still, you can see your own reflection. Our hope takes your shape. You are not alone. We birthed the speck of divinity. The whispers are back, soft yet clear in your mind. May you save them from themselves. Will you spread its message? Your own eyes stare back at you, reflected in the dirty water. The top of your head is still dry. You submerge yourself, holding your breath, then scrub away the clumped blood with your fingers. After a minute, Marinette knocks before entering the room. With a curt movement of her arm, the dirty water drains from the tub and vanishes. Wow! Okay, that's kind of handy. She's just like, I'm just gonna snap my fingers, use some magic, get rid of all that dirty water, and fill it in with a new one. Oh man. Knowing magic is so convenient here in this world, I guess. Oh, hi cutie art girl. Welcome. Entered alive and saw a very interesting thing. What our MC here? Naked as a bab. Another fluid motion makes new water appear. We're giving her a bath because she's really like really smelly, stinky, and covered in blood. Here's a cloth to dry yourself. Don't forget to extinguish the candles when you go to bed. A mattress is waiting for you upstairs. Where's Silas? He's already upstairs. Once you're finally clean, you dry your body with the rough cloth she left for you. At least she left one for us. Your own limbs are foreign yet familiar at the same time. You look for scars, but can't find any. We still look kind of dirty, or maybe that's like our birthmark. Or maybe that's just the text box, I think, yeah. It's just like the text box blocking the screen. Oh yeah, we don't have any clothes. I guess we're just literally just walking around naked. We don't have any clothing on us, so... Just as Marinette instructed, you snuff out the candles left for you and walk upstairs. Phyllis is curled on the floor in the corner. Good night. The only mattress is rough, almost spiky in certain places, but you find a comfortable position, hide under the thin sheets, and close your eyes. She doesn't even have an extra towel to wrap herself in, not even like a spare blanket. She's just like, I'm just gonna crawl in my corner. It looks like they're in some sort of barn or like an attic or something. It's just like, here's our poor MC. It's like, I literally just came into existence. Today, I am cold, naked, and afraid, and curled up in my corner. Hope it's summer or it'll be a cold night. Yeah. I mean, MC looks human, but I don't know if she's built any differently from a regular human. You awakened during her last breath, nursed by their blood. Human in appearance, abyssal proudness, not yet neither and both, a liminal equilibrium that you shall shatter, its envoy. Who are you? You are given a glimpse of the abyss. The abyss? Yes, its envoy. It shall touch you, I shall bestow upon you the gifts of the flesh, of the mind, of charisma. Oh, cool, okay. Skill points. How many skill points? Can we... 4... Oh, okay. So... This one takes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have to allocate our skill points, you guys. Kind of like D&D style. How physical, shadow... I have no idea what Ethereal Mind does. Like, the first one makes sense. You're like, okay, how physically, like, I guess, our physical prowess, how good we are at fighting versus how good we are at magic with a CK. I don't know what Enthrall Mind is, though. I'm like... Ooh, how do I want to allocate it? I don't know if a balanced approach is better. Just be like 0 attack, all magic. Or I can do something like this. Maybe. This seems like a more balanced, a balanced setup. Unless I do just like all in on physical. Maybe just do nothing but punch my way through the entire all my obstacles and ordeals. I'm curious what this Enthrall Mind is, so I'm actually going to give this a bigger boost while keeping physical and attack normal for now. We'll see what that looks like. Because I have no clue. Instrument of the Abyss, manifestation of its voice. You are the harbinger of the darkest hour, the destroyer of the false sun. May your will be done. Okay, thank you, disembodied voice in my sleep. Thank you for giving me all my skill points. How did you get in? I have my ways. And why are you bejeweled from head to toe? Do you want to get mugged that badly? Silas and Marinette, the 2 women from yesterday, are arguing by the staircase. Talk about a rude awakening. I apologize for the ruckus. Good morning. Marinette climbs the stairs to place a bundle of clothes on the stool next to you. These are for you. Thank you. Oh, hey, we actually get our own portrait now. You stretch your limbs and sit on the mattress. Clothes are a most welcome gift, so we can stop shivering in our sleep. You have never seen garments like this before, yet your fingers know what they do. They close buttons, secure belts, and adjust the jabot on your neck. The pin that secures it is particularly beautiful. I mean, Marine's got some style. I like this outfit we put together for ourselves. Especially with the gem in this, I guess like the gem in the brooch that we're wearing matches the color of our eyes. Like, very nice choice, Marine. The dream that so vividly haunted your sleep comes back to you. In it, something called the Abyss spoke to you. Called you an envoy, called you a destroyer, and instilled you a gift. It gave me freebies. You feel different, more aware, more grounded. Oh, we can do a status? Once you finish dressing, you head downstairs. Wait, where's my status? Codex? Okay, cool. So we actually get like, Oh, okay, this explains. Improve your endurance and agility. Shadows, manipulate the shadows. Ethereal minds alarm you to charm, ethereal, and enfeeble the minds of mortals. Okay, so basically physical magic and like a charm. So maybe we want to invest in our charm stats. I'm gonna be so cute, so charming. Everyone can't help but love me, right? That's how we're gonna survive this. Very nice fit, I like it. It's actually a little capelet in the menu screen. How much is all that worth? That is none of your concern. Ladies, aid me. I'm just saying that you sold an earring or two. You can let her stay in a better place. Well there! Whoa, talk about a transformation! I'm pleased to see that everything fits. Yeah, how come everything fits? Silas reaches out with her hand. Let her touch you or step back. I think it's okay. We can let her touch. I'm okay with Silas. She runs her fingers over the fabric on your arm. It feels expensive too. Don't tell me you had clothes ready for her. That's correct. How is that possible? The garments were left in my care by... Rather than telling, she makes a vague, forced gesture. They were left in my care, just like the safe house. I would have brought them with me yesterday had I known you were without. So it's a good thing you didn't. All that blood would have ruined them. Marinette shudders at the memory. By the way, are you hungry? Look what she brought. Dozens of puffy pastries are neatly stacked inside a small basket. Marinette takes one, then gestures for you to serve yourself. The meat inside is savory, and tastes as new and welcome. The crumbs less so. Oh, I mean, it sounds good. Like a meat pie. I've had empanadas before, but I don't know if I've actually had like a standard meat pie. I'm assuming this is more like an empanada in this case. Do you feel a bit better? I like how there was like voice acting in the beginning, and then like there was like no voice acting afterwards. So this is like partial voice acting. But I did like the voices I heard for them, so I'm like, I want to actually try to imitate their voice, but they had very nice voices and accents that I can't quite capture myself. Don't talk while eating. I still trust you, or I feel better. I mean, I can't say no to food. Cause for me, food makes me feel better. I don't know. It's like I'm a stress eater, so when I get upset, I like to eat. And usually, if I'm in a crummy mood, I will eat food and feel better that way. I don't know. That's like my coping mechanism. I know it's the same for you guys, or maybe you have healthier coping mechanisms than I do. I feel better after eating those pastries, I'm sure. I love me some pastries. You look more alive than yesterday. Say, you must have questions. We came out of nowhere, set fire to the place, and Miss Fancy Schmancy over here even had a place lined up for you. Not that I'm complaining. Allow me to be crystal clear then. Well, last night was the first we laid eyes on each other, and you, for that matter, Silas and I appeared to have the same goal. I was instructed to extract you from wherever that horrific place was, and assist you. Who instructed you? I'm afraid I cannot disclose that. If I were a betting woman, I'd say it's one of those strange people from the halls. You know, since she is one of them. Your memories fail you, and the whispers soon fill your mind with images, feelings, flashes that paint you a picture of the Carolise's halls of elevation, the cradle of magic. I also can't tell you who hired me because I have no idea, not because I don't want to tell you. I don't have fancy stuff to give you. My job is to be paid handsomely to keep you out of trouble until said pay runs out. Okay, apparently there's multiple people that are like wanting us to be safe, I guess. Your breakfast companion's omissions make one thing clear, if anything else. Whoever it is, someone clearly thought you required protection. That blank face you're making isn't good. Did any memories come back in your dreams? Any names or hints as to who you are? I don't know if it's a good idea to tell them that I'm an envoy. That sounds like bad. That's like saying like, hey guys, I'm like a witch. In like medieval Europe, so I don't know if it's a good thing. Maybe we'll just like sing I'm the envoy. I guess we might as well. I feel a marinade can tell if I'm lying. I know who I am. I am the envoy. And who do you speak for? The Abyss. There's no need to make stuff up if you can't remember. Scylla seems convinced you are lying to save face, but Marinade's pensiveness tells you that she might believe you. So, I know we're supposed to help her, but help her do what? I don't imagine you know, miss. Marinade's lips pursed together. That's a no from her. If the presence in your dream is to be believed, you are to bring the darkest hour forth and destroy the false sun. Whatever that might mean. Man, don't you just love it? We're all like, the witchcraft and magic, it's always gotta be so cryptic. The only thing I can think of would be regaining her memories? Marinade makes a face. I think we should take a stroll and let her see the city, and since I'm supposed to be guarding her and everything, maybe we can stop somewhere and get me a mattress for me as well. Fate beckons her, and all you're concerned about is a mattress. Marinade definitely knows more than what she is telling you. Yes, because when sleep beckons me, I'd like to have something between my arm and the floor. You're pragmatic to the point of dullness. I'm not hearing any better suggestions. To understand what the darkest hour and the false sun are, a visit to the city seems indeed in order. It could be a chance to further rouse the whispers. All the voices in my head talking to me, you know? Also being as cryptic as whatever voice came in my dream, of course, because no magical being can ever say things out in like a clear language. It'd be funny if the voices in our head just like tell us to do like random stuff. It'd be like, you're hungry. You want to eat a meat skewer. The go. I want to devour an apple pie. Marinade and Silas dismissed them at first, but they could be the key to understanding what the Abyss wants from you. You lay your hands on Marinette, and a voice soon wraps around your ear. What is the price of freedom? Its shackles bring comfort. It's cryptic, yet it points to something. I would like to see the city. Silas gives Marinette a smug look. Very well, let us go then. One thing first. Silas produces a sheathed dagger from a hidden pocket in her vest. Take this. Where do I put it? Thanks for the knife. Doesn't your belt have a hoop or something? She stands up to examine your back. It does. Just a second. You hear something click, and she secures the dagger to your hip. That's a bit out there. Marinette gestures towards the front door. There's a black cloak hanging from it. You'll cook alive in it, but it will conceal the dagger. The fabric caresses your fingertips. Light yet sturdy. I don't know, we looking good. We have a pretty good fit put together here. Well, after you. Silas opens the door and walks out. You follow her. A sharp smell makes your nose wrinkle. Ugh. Marinette fans her face. I forgot that this part of the city doesn't have sewers. I hope the rest of the district is more pleasant. Not really, but houses become fancier the closer you are to the canal. Once you reach the main street, the stench of urine is replaced with the fragrant scent of fresh bread and the sweetness of butter. Ew. I guess, yeah, without a sewer system, people are just dumping their poop and pee all over there on the back alleys in the streets. People come and go, carrying tools or barrows. Loud hammering from a workshop punctuates the air. The buildings on the other side of the canal are in a much better state, just like Silas said. Does it bring back any memories, the view? Your eyes cling to any details that catch your attention. The bell tower of a shrine, two bridges forming a sinuous reflection on the water, the city guards with their shiny halberds. That's a no. Doesn't surprise me. Not dressed like someone would hang out on this side of the canal. Where would I be hanging out instead? Do I look richer or poorer than this area? She points with her thumb to the houses across the canal. Where the rich people are. The austere tolling of a bell piques your interest. Oh, she's saying I look rich? That comes from the shrine over there. An old statue stands in front of the shrine, armed and at the ready. Many of the details carved into the marble have been lost to time. Who might the statue depict? I think it's one of the generals that fought in the war 200 years ago or so. You look around for a plaque, but don't find any. The building behind the statue has a squat bell tower decorated with a rising half sunburst. I mean, it looks like a pretty nice, yeah, I guess we're kind of like in the equivalent of like Renaissance Italy, in this case. A single whisper gives you a cryptic remark. The rays of the false sun are sharp like daggers. That's not helpful. Oh, cryptic voices, why can't you just tell me like it is? Seek them under stone and tears, where lives are exchanged with a venom-filled kiss. What is wrong? Nothing. Who's worshipped here? What or who is worshipped here? Silas looks at you, scandalized. How could you forget about her? She lost her memories, remember? We kind of, or more like we never had any memories to begin with. We don't know. But it's the goddess we're talking about, not some schmuck. Marinette rolls her eyes. This shrine is dedicated to the Lady of Dawn, the first aspect of the triune goddess. Look at the symbol that decorates the windows. The sunburst is rising. When you see it setting, it means that the temple worships dusk. The two halves join in the full sunburst form the symbol of the prime sun. That was pretty thorough. Now you remember, right? I feel like that was still a lot of information. Especially without visuals to accompany it. It's like, sure, okay, Goddess of the Dawn and Goddess of the Dusk. Sure, we'll go with that. You don't. No, I don't. Silas is speechless. Do not shame her. I didn't say anything. The shrine is oddly quiet. Yeah, no point in staying here. Of all the bridges that connect the two halves of the city, Silas tells you that only two can be accessed on foot. Those are called the twins. They say that if you keep picking one over the other, bad things will happen. Who says that? Everybody does. Marinette shakes her head in disbelief. I'll be taking the southern one. Gotta keep the scores equal. I will be taking the closest one. They both look at you. I don't. Sure, I will go with Silas. Since I picked choices related to Marinette before. Marinette leaves without a word and Silas chortles. I can't believe it worked. She took the bait hook, line, and sinker. Why did you want her to leave us? She seems to despise me for some reason, and she's always so serious. Did you see her face? It was like she was above me or something. Just because I pretended to believe in a silly superstition. You two really don't like each other. I don't think she likes people. I like it's just like they're just like constantly not just in disagreements with each other. Silas is all like pretty chill and stuff, while Marinette I guess is more uptight. The cobblestones of the bridge have been smoothened by thousands of feet. Those who are not walking are selling trinkets or begging for coins with ragged hands. A lone statue stands on the rails, that of a man holding a vast emerald-eyed fish. The gemstone catches your eye even in the shadows, cut to catch light from all angles. In the distance, two city guards keep watch on the statue, it seems. Any memories coming back? None at all. The voices of children ring like bells as low figures run among the passerby. Einar. You see the squirts? I used to pull the same sort of schemes back in the day. She shows you her hand with all fingers raised. 5, 4. Oh, skill choices are either locked or unlocked based on your abilities. Oh, okay. Let the shadows guide you. Sharpen your senses. Your fingertips tingle with anticipation. When her counting hand reaches 0, you see a child charging you. As you meet his eyes, something bubbles inside of you, a force he can barely harness. Stop. Your words feel as heavy as stones on his feeble shoulders. The child comes to a stop and bows his head in deference. Which is new. This is like pulling a girl boss move. We just girl boss so far. Like, I guess that kid was probably planning to charge and like pickpocket me, but then we literally stared at him now being like, no. Stop. Just establish dominance. Just girl boss power. What convenient power. Thank you. Now leave. Once you break your thrall on him, he darts away. You almost sounded like the mist from the halls. Once you cross the bridge, clothesline heavy with colorful garments link the windows of the tall building of the Western Hold. You may look like 5, but I will still kick you. MC's not messing around. She's like, child, I will end you if you try anything on me. This is what the people really mean when they talked about the Carolese. Marinette approaches you with a frown. Was it really worth it to walk all the way to the Southern Bridge? Silas grins. I don't know, was it? Why don't you tell her? Marinette rolls her eyes again. Shall we go? You'll like the heart. You'll find anything you want in it, and plenty of things you certainly did not wish for in the other districts. The fort perched atop Carolise's highest hill looks even grander now that you're closer. Faint whispers crest your ears as your eyes drink in the view of the fort, yet they speak no word. That's the Citadel, Carolise's seat of power. Ladies, forgive you! Don't tell me you have memories of that place. I do not. Silas sighs in relief. So, about my mattress? A seamstress will probably have enough scraps to make the cover, and I think it's haymaking season, so the stuffing should be easy to find. Before we indulge in Silas' banality, there's somewhere I'd like to show you. It may well revive some of those lost memories. She looks at you, a small smile of uncertainty tugging at her lips, and begins walking. Don't tell me you're going there, of all places. I like how every time transition is just like a lot of inky goop. It's like the abyss, the shadows are taking over. Oh, I like the little kind of animation with the waterfall here. The square that opens up in front of you is surprisingly leveled, given the hills Carolise has been built on, and it's not made of stone, but instead, water. A palace with a shimmering roof flanks two pools separated by a marble walkway. How can the water placidly flow instead of splashing? The voices in our head are like, much coveted is freedom, but what is its true price? You're not sure what you can do with that cryptic question. This is the place I call home. Unfortunately, one can't simply walk inside. Gives me the chills. Oh, it's beautiful. It has no door. Silas is right. A waterfall splashes where the entrance should be, feeding the pools without making them spill over. And the water makes no sense. Magic makes little sense to the uninitiated. I feel like it's a backhanded compliment or backhanded remark again towards Silas here from Marinette. Is the waterfall the door? Precisely, after all. She smiles. The first step is purification. Silas makes a face. The square gives you a full view of the citadel from below. The portcullis that guards the main gate is lowered, and you spy a cordon of cypress trees winding down the hall. The citadel's off limits for us. Why? Normal people can't enter. It's where the nobles and merchants decide how to run the city. None of the whispers speak up when you gaze upon the fortification. Strange, you were sure they would talk. Only Marinette, the halls, and the shrine have managed to rouse them so far. I have seen enough here. Marinette seems disappointed in your reaction, but follows you nevertheless. I love that. It'd be like, she's like half waiting for you to compliment how nice her place is, and you're just like, I'm done here. I've seen enough. Not much to write home about. Let's go. Like, wow, this place sucks. Can we go somewhere more fun? The crumbling remnants of a wall mark the old perimeter of the city. Carolise used to be much smaller centuries ago. A woman takes a brick from a wall and places it into her wheelbarrow. The guard stationed nearby ignores her. Hey, how come the safe house looks so nice? Does it? I was expecting it to have a leaky roof, or mice, or no stairs. The interior has been maintained well. Carpet aside, it only needed a bit of cleaning. Had you been there before? I visited yesterday afternoon after learning of my assignment. I had to know where to bring you. Would you have been able to sneak back into the city without me? I'm sure I would have found a way. Phyllis gives you a friendly nudge. So that's a no. The only shop nearby appears closed. Its windows are caked with so much dust that you can't see through them. Inside, someone is carving a line through the dust with their finger. It forms the petals of a flower, and soon another stem follows. I didn't know it was closed. The Hand of Piety. What a name. So, what does it sell? Like, what are we buying here, guys? What are we here for? All sort of stuff people pawn. The owners never ask questions, so I used to stop by often. How long since you visited it? A month or two. Bummer. We could have found my mattress there. The person inside the shop keeps scraping on the dusty window, adding details to the petals of a flower. We should come back once it's open. I hope that's soon then. It's a shame. No mattress, I guess. You've been walking downhill for a while, and after a short set of stairs, you find yourself at the edge of a spacious square. The statue in the middle is frozen in a military salute, sword in hand. I'm sure you have some memories of this. It's the meeting spot. Should you tell them that you have no memories to speak of in the first place? Say, meet me at the rest to anybody and they'll know what you mean. Who does the monument honor? We're at Atris Rest, so take a guess. You all approach the statue, darkened with age. The woman captured in the marble statue stands tall, almost defiant, and looks beyond her blade with an expression you can't quite pinpoint. The inscription on the base of the statue is a poem that recalls the deeds of Admiral Atri, the hero that repelled the Thean invasion some centuries past. You see the smoothness of her foot? If you climb the statue and rub it, it brings good luck. I love it. I love how when like people, we have like all these statues or monuments of places, and I love when people come up with stuff, be like, hey, if you guys rub his hand or foot or somewhere, it's gonna like give you good luck. I remember when I went on like a trip to, I think it was like Boston. We went to one of the universities there on like a little tour, and they had like a statue of, I guess, some founder or whatever that was like sitting, you know, outside of the main university hall. And I guess like students would go and like rub the statue for like good luck or something. So I forget, it was like the foot or the knee of that statue was like bronze colored from all the touching that people did. I just think it's kind of funny how this has been a thing that's gone on for so long. Throughout like a lot of places in the world too. Marinette looks at you with a grimace. Well, it is exceptionally smooth. Oh, I'm sure people rub it, but how could it possibly bring good luck? Whoa, a figure walks out from the opposite side of the monument. Wow, sir, you are like going for a deep V-neck look. I also have no idea what instrument wherever he's carrying, but it's very interestingly shaped. It's like a hockey stick almost. But hello, sir? A lute. Okay, a lute hangs from the man's shoulders, and he dons the garish colors of an entertainer. Oh my. Bring that chest closer. When he spies your group, he stops in his tracks.
Why, hello there.
Oh my goodness, hello. Well, hello there, sir.
Silas, do you know him?
I've seen him around. You're the one that plays every night at the Rose, aren't you?
That's right. Might I interest you in a song?
Oh my god, he is tall. He is big. He's a rather large bard.
Perhaps another time. We have somewhere else to be.
I mean, it's not, I guess, I assume he's gotta be one of the other love interests, right? Just like Mr. Tall, broad, and handsome.
That's too bad.
Something shifts in his features. The shadows on his face deepen, and his eyes turn an unnatural color. What is happening? Why is his eyes going purple? What's happening? Why is his hair half reddish brown, half white, like some sort of Renaissance version of Todoroki? If Todoroki got isekai'd into the past and really, really worked out and ate a lot of eggs and drank a lot of milk.
It'd be grand if you could step away for a moment then, while I speak with your friend over here.
Oh, does he have the same power I do? He's talking about you. You recognize the power in his words. It's the same you can harness. You feel a sizzle in the air, weightless on your shoulders.
Silas? Marinette?
Your companions step away with hazy, blank eyes.
Why did you do that?
A thought that does not belong to you blooms in your mind. It's best we speak of the abyss without an audience.
The abyss? Are you an envoy like me?
Hush, or you'll blow my cover. To anybody else, I'm a harmless little minstrel.
I love I got a Steam accomplishment for it. The Steam accomplishment literally says my eyes are up here. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look up, but he's so tall that I can't help it if the chest is in the way of the eyes, okay? In my line of sight.
I jest. My name is Alpheon. And you are?
Call me.
You are not the only envoy. I mean, it's nice that, you know, we have someone who's the same as us, though there's so many questions in terms of, like, what is an envoy? What are we doing? Your uncertainty does not feel so daunting anymore.
My, you're full of questions, aren't you?
Do you hear whispers as well? Imagine meeting someone and be like, oh my god, you're just like me. Do you like hear voices in your head? Do they tell you cryptic messages? Did you wake up among corpses covered in blood and naked?
Not anymore, but I used to when I first awakened.
Oh wow, okay, never mind. He studies your face for a moment.
Odd. I sense your agitation, but it's fainter than it should be. Your humors are unnaturally balanced. May I?
May I what? Let him touch your forehead, I guess. We're just letting strangers touch us. He lightly touches your forehead. The shadows grow darker on his face, then he smiles.
You deserve to experience what emotions feel like.
Do I not have emotions? The numbness that caged your feelings is dissipated by his touch. Your insides twist, a spark lights your eyes, and you feel... Oh, humor choices influence the tone of your response and shape your personality. Oh, that's cool. So we can kind of determine how we want to be like. Sanguine, you feel excited, you feel grateful. You feel like you overslept. Or overstepped, I mean. Or you feel anxious. What would it be like? Are we excited to feel feelings? I don't know, man. Sometimes. Sure, let's say we feel grateful. I'd be like, wow, thank you. I can feel emotions now. Oh god, here comes anxiety.
Thank you.
Your lips curve in a smile on their own. Okay, I guess that kind of explains why we were so kind of like vacant. Most of the time we're just like, just blankly staring off into space.
Don't mention it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to...
Oh, what's our status? Oh, you can use a summary of powers. Okay, so if we are phlegmatic, your introspective, thoughtful nature makes you well liked, but you hide behind it to mask your emotions. You're one for action. Melancholic is you believe in caution, and sanguine is you're cheerful and carefree like the wind. Okay, that's kind of an interesting way of shaping your main character. They have like different personalities based on your choices.
Wait.
You need to know more.
What is an envoy? What is it that the Abyss wants me to do? What is the Abyss?
Alphion's smile becomes pensive.
When your blonde friend thinks about ripping away the golden earrings of the other, and she pictures her bloodied prize, the Abyss is thick within her.
So the Abyss is basically like intrusive thoughts. Or like the devil on your shoulder being like, do it! Do it!
When your elegant friend daydreams of a scented bath and the languid touch of a lover, the Abyss drips from her thoughts.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's like your dark side, or like stuff that you want the things that you think about and want deep down. I love that how it's just like Silas is thinking of like stealing Marine's earrings, and Marine's like, God, I just want to be in a bath and like basically have sex, I guess.
How do you know that?
Like, oh, I just need a rose bath right now.
I am very good at reading people.
An act of violence begets the Abyss, but an act of love does as well.
Contradictory, no? It doesn't sound right, yet it is.
Alphion beckons Silas and Marine to come forth.
Wait, I said...
I should be on my way. You get one more question.
Oh no, only one more question. The Whispers! What do they want from me? I want to have chocolate. I want it bad. Seems like half the Abyss in me. I think everyone's got a little bit of Abyss in them. It's like, I'm like, the Abyss is probably, you know, when it's 11 p.m. at night and it's like, oh my god, I should go to sleep. I'm hungry. What should I eat? And then the instant ramen, or, you know, the pizza leftovers in the fridge, or the chocolate ice cream is calling out to me. I'm like, I shouldn't. It's 11 p.m. The calories. But then the Abyss whispers and goes, no, consume. Maybe something like that. Where are you going? Only one. You think of what to ask. Hey, where are you going? What do they want from me? Why are the Whispers not telling me anything about you? What the Whispers? What do they want from me?
What do they want from me?
They want to guide you, but not necessarily aid you. They are uneasy, you see, half here, half there.
What do I need to do?
Put them to rest. I don't know how specifically. Finding out is part of the ordeal. Oh, who am I kidding? You do get one piece of advice. Don't let your friend sleep on the floor.
Okay. Before you say anything, Alphion snaps his fingers. Silas and Marine stagger forward. Silas, do you know him? Yeah, I've seen him around. You're the one that plays every night at the Rose, aren't you? How powerful must he be to muddle their thoughts for so long and leave without the recollection? Let Marine answer. Perhaps another time. We have somewhere else to be. Marine looks at you, perplexed, almost if you took the words right out of her mouth. Is she on to us? Ooh. Alphion bows to you and takes his leave. Goodbye, Alphion, with your handsome build and helpful advice. I feel strangely on edge. Just like, don't worry about it, girl. Can I do anything for you? What does that mean? You wanna go back to safe house? Or do you wanna go back and rub Atri's foot? Oh, do you wanna go back and rub the statue's foot again? Maybe that'll make you feel better. Well, can I do anything for you? No. She interrupts herself to look at you. Something happened to you. Did it? Yeah, I feel more like myself. Nothing happened. Is it bad? Maybe. Yes, I feel more like myself. I'm glad to hear it. I can't blame you for feeling weird after, well, after what they did to you. Shall we go? I believe we're looking for a mattress for you, Silas. We are? Marinade does not hide her displeasure. I know just the place. A needle and thread are painted on the hanging sign of a nearby workshop. Silas's confidence falters when she searches her pockets. Shit, do you mind waiting for me here? Why, do you need to do something? Yep, get paid. I'll be right back. Oh no, are you gonna go and pickpocket? Is she gonna start stealing? She runs off before you can say anything. Ugh. Instead of waiting, Marinade approaches the bustling workshop. Several people are rolling thread into spools, cutting fabric, or stitching. The laughter quickly dissipates, punctuated by a couple of gasps, and one of the seamstresses approaches you. Good afternoon. She smiles nervously. We're simple folk here. I'm afraid we don't have anything befitting your wealth. She bows her head quickly, fidgeting with her hands. Let Marinade speak. Why demean the work you do? I'm not. We are looking for fabric to be made into a mattress cover. Do you happen to have any scraps that could be used for that? I'll go look in the back. The other members of the workshop fiercely whisper among each other. Do you think Silas will be here when it's time to pay? Might take her a bit, you know. But she will be. I hope so. Are you suggesting friendly wager, or she won't? Well... I hope so. I wouldn't count on it. The seamstress returns with several pieces of fabric. Which one is more to your liking? Marinade samples them, comparing them to the touch, and passes them to you for confirmation. This one. She settles for some sturdy linen. That would be 3 iron pieces. They will be ready in a few hours. Marinade takes a string of coins out of a fold in her dress and releases 3 from a knot. What about the stuffing? I don't have enough scraps for it. Didn't Silas mention it was haymaking season? Do you know where we can find some hay? You could secure some at the northern gate. While you wait, as I said, this will take a while. Will do. You walk away and the bustle resumes inside the workshop. I'm afraid we need to wait for Silas after all. Why? Displeasure flashes on her face. I wouldn't know how to reach the northern gate, or the safe house for what matters. How hard can it be? What if she can't find us? Can't you use your magic? I can't remember what it is again. I wouldn't know how to do that either. That's right, I'm around, right? It took you long enough. We secured a cover for your mattress. It will be ready before dusk. Neat. How much was it? I forgot. We just like, it was affordable, we'll say. I don't want to be in your debt. Did we tell her it was 3 iron pieces? Maybe we'll just keep quiet. Be like, don't worry, girl. It was okay, you know. Just a couple of coins. No worries. Does she have 0 sense of direction? I mean, 0 sense of direction, maybe, but she also was literally born yesterday, so I don't blame her for not knowing where on earth she is. I'll probably stay silent. I'll be like, it's okay, girl. Shh, you don't need to know. I wasn't paying attention during the transaction. She huffs. The seamstress suggests we secure the stuffing. The northern gate might be a good place for it. Yeah, it's close to the fields. Follow me. Someone has been following you ever since you left the workshop. Scylla seems to have noticed it as well. She throws a glance over her shoulder every so often. Should I say something? Yeah, let her handle it. As your bodyguard, I probably should. What are you talking about? Scylla places her hand on her hip and turns on her heel with a frown. Hey! You turn around as well and see. Whoa, okay. Her toiling is disgraced, for she was meant for a soft life in the shadows. The voice is a the voice is a scream that leaves you dazed and disoriented. Inside you, turmoil, rage, disdain, love, tenderness, feelings that do not belong to you. You recognize the woman's dress. She was in a workshop, twisting thread around a spool. Good afternoon. You are from the Stitch and Seam, right? Yes, I was told to bring you back to the shop if you can't find your way. That's my job. The woman smiles awkwardly. Once again, the voice is roused. Once again, it is a roar, not a mere whisper, and its fierceness deafens you. Somehow, this woman is related to the whispers that haunt you. You're suddenly glad you followed Alphion's advice. I'm wondering what these voices are, because I feel like there's several of them, right? So maybe the voices kind of belong to the people that killed themselves, or like related to the abyss. But I think it's really funny. Can you imagine, like, you are some restless spirit possessing the mind or body of some envoy, and then some person from your past, like some woman or girl you hated, is like, oh my god, that bitch, what is she doing here? Just yelling in your head. A good question if I come back without you, so please. We won't let that happen. Come with us. We won't let that happen. Come with us. Thank you. You resume your walk, following Scylla's in silence, quickly broken by the voice only you can hear. Her toiling is a disgrace. Clear and firm, the voice repeats itself when you focus on the seamstress. A bandage is tightly wrapped around her wrists, and gloves conceal her hands. She was meant for a soft life in the shadows. The voice seems more forceful than usual. Why? What's it trying to tell you? Why were you chosen to escort us back specifically? I wasn't chosen. I finished early, that's all. Her answer is polite and vague. For you are strangers, and she is on duty. Befriending her could give you some more insight at the cost of time. However, would you really be friends if you came closer only to appease a voice in your head? Aren't some introductions in order? Marinette and Scylla seem surprised, but introduce themselves to the seamstress, as do you. My name is Anilia. Miss Marinette, are the walls as wonderful as the rumors say? To the senses, they are a wonder that puts the citadel to shame. Scylla rolls her eyes at the poetry, but the seamstress is delighted with it. Will you use your magic to bring back what you need back to the workshop? Not while outside the city walls. Or inside if you don't want to scare people away. We can borrow a wheelbarrow. I'm sure there's plenty around the gate. Marinette glares at her. Okay, cutie art girl. Hope you have a good dinner. What? I'll return it when I'm done. The northern gate is peaceful at this time of day, and the two guards stationed there throw you a glance, straighten their posture and let you pass without questions. How about this? You secure some hay while I find our way to carry it. I read you not split up. Don't worry, I know my way around the city. The mist doesn't, so you should stay with her. Wanna help me? This is the perfect occasion to understand more of the whisper through Anelia. I'm kind of curious about the whisper. I want to know, you know. So I'm gonna stay here. No, not at all. It's like, oh, do you mind? I'm gonna stay here. Silas leaves you with Marinette and Anelia. I wonder how she'll try to explain herself to the guards if she gets caught. She won't. One hopes. The closer you walk to the stables, the stronger the smell becomes. A farrier is working on a horseshoe at the side, while a stable hand pours new water into the trough. Hello there, missus. The woman wipes her hands on her trousers. Are you looking to go anywhere? Not today. We are in the market for clean hay. She cocks an eyebrow. What for? A mattress. Wouldn't wool or fabric be softer, missus? It's not for us. Perplexed, the stable hand shrugs. All I got has already been munched on, but I should be getting some fresh hay soon if you feel like waiting. We will have to, it seems. You take refuge under the shade, away from the smell. Probably just, yeah, it smells like crap. Ugh. Not a fan of beasts. The only critters I enjoy are fireflies. How specific? They do not smell nor sting and are pleasant to look at. Cats do not smell or sting either. Cats lose their fur. She fixes a crease in her dress. In the distance, you see Silas leaning against the door of a blacksmith. This would be a prime opportunity to ask Anelia some questions. Does your wrist hurt? She raises her bandaged right wrist. A disgrace. After many hours of stitching, yes. I would take it off, but I might have more work to do once I go back. Your question seems to inject some courage into the seamstress. Miss Marinette, is it true that the Grand Hall of the Halls is a field of golden wheat? She seems enamored with the halls. Perhaps you can leverage that. It's true, one's first step inside the halls is always through the field of ignorance. What a name. Let Marinette explain. It's a real wheat field. Do all the other rooms follow similar naming conventions? They do, and each one is grander than the previous one. There is also a library carved inside a giant tree, is there not? The tree is ancient, but not of giant size. The perusers are small ones compared to all the knowledge contained within. A wagon heavy with hay arrives at the stables, pulled by 2 oxen who immediately start drinking. The stable hand gives a pouch of coins to the farm hand, and she calls you. Mrs. The hay is green and fresh, and looks softer than the one in your own mattress. How much should we take? You didn't give the workshop any measurements, so Anelia helps you approximate the size of the cover and how much stuffing is needed. That'll be an iron piece, miss. For hay? Sure. Marinette pays without comment. How will you transport it? With this! Silas approaches you with a wheelbarrow. I see! Good luck! She takes a pitchfork and begins pulling the hay out of the wagon. I don't even want to ask how you managed to get one. I bet on it! Dude lost big time, but I was serious when I said I'd bring it back tomorrow. I have no use for it. Well, what are we waiting for? She begins taking handfuls of hay and putting them into the contraption. It's a barrel full of fun and hay. The stitch and seam didn't have the cover ready when you came back, so you left the wheelbarrow with Anelia and decided to have an early dinner. It doesn't matter if the place is closed or not, right? What a weird question to ask. I have a tab open in some places and, well, I can't exactly walk in and avoid paying it. The dude at the Rose doesn't mind, but it's quite a walk. I've heard that name before. It's where the minstrel we met plays. When you said quite a walk, I did not expect over 20 minutes. It's all practice to learn her way around the city. The outside of the rose does not look like an inn or a tavern. Tall stained glass windows depicts the eponymous flowers. A repurposed temple. Interesting. When you step inside, your senses are assaulted by the smell of rose wine and smoke. Most of the tables are full. Carolesians mingle with people dressed in foreign garbs, and several languages are being spoken around you. Alfion's garnished jacket catches your eye from the entrance. He's sitting in the corner, strumming his lute. You undo the clasp of your cloak and hang it by the entrance. Good evening. Fancy something to drink? The innkeeper does a double take after seeing Marinee. Unless you're here on business, did my wife call you about the basement? We're here to eat, and since when did you have a basement? Where do you think the pantry's at? You're not hungry. You should be. I'm not here on behalf of the halls, no. Bummer. About your drinks then. Some mead for me. Or, some mead for me. Wine here. I'll take the wine, the mead, the ale, water is enough. I mean, we're not really hungry in the game. I'll take the wine. And to eat? Your assorted roast. Can you pay for that? I will. Because I guess she's the one picking up the tab for everyone else here. The innkeeper looks around, then points at the wooden structure above the counter. In that case, you can take the mezzanine. For free? It's included with the food. Neat. Phyllis guides you to the staircase at the side of the counter. I'll stay here and bring everything when it's done. Thank you. The steps creak as you put your weight onto them. But when you reach the mezzanine... Impressive. The mezzanine is cramped, with a table against the wall and no chairs, but the view makes up for it. Marinee leans against the wooden railing with a sigh. Tired?
You could say that. It's been an eventful day.
She touches the shimmering fabric of her dress.
Truly.
What's got you so mopey?
Phyllis climbs the stairs with your drinks and places them on the table.
The food will be ready soon.
Was service not included with it?
It was, but I just wanted to poke the innkeeper a bit. He was so stiff, trying to impress the guest of honor.
Marinee purses her lips together. Won't say
I
anything.
think he's afraid you'll turn him into a frog if you don't like the food.
No mage can do such a thing.
Really?
Why do you sound so relieved?
I'm like... It starts to sound like a witch, you start turning people into frogs. Let's focus on the music. I like the low jaunty tune that's playing in this establishment. From your elevated position, you can see Alfion sitting on a sofa, plucking the strings of his lute despite the people draped around him. You have never heard the song before, but many people are tapping the tables to the beat.
Does the minstrel not sing?
When there are children around, the songs become instrumental.
The stairs shake suddenly. The innkeeper appears with a tray.
You are.
You might not be hungry, but a hearty smell is tempting.
Thank you.
Phyllis is already taking handfuls of the meat.
You want some?
Don't speak, old Sheila.
Yes, miss.
Are you not hungry?
I mean, the food seems pretty good though, so even if we're not hungry, I feel like we should still take it. Take some of the food. You take a thin strip of beef under Marine's watchful gaze. Phyllis devours the food, so dinner doesn't take long.
What do you say? Time to see if they stitch the cover together.
Like, how nice. We had a pleasant meal, even though it seems like our character doesn't really eat or get hungry. Once you're closer to the halls, Marinade clears her throat. I will retire for the night. You know the way back to your halls? Marinade ignores her and hands you a small key, the one for the safe house. Have a good evening. You too. She leaves, and as soon as she's out of earshot. That was the most awkward dinner I've ever had! How so? Nobody was talking! I can't blame you for that, you lost your memories. And I bet the Mist doesn't want to talk to us. She lives for her secrets. Well, she told the seamstress about the halls. Really? That means she doesn't want to tell me. She makes a face. When you arrive at the stitch and seam, the mattress is ready. Aw, I couldn't put the stuffing in myself. It was no bother, really. You're almost tempted to ask her about Anelia, but that might sound suspicious. Besides, you already know where to find her. Tilda secures the mattress on the wheelbarrow. I'll need your help with this. There are no street lamps in the eastern hold, and by the time you reach the safe house, the streets are dark. Can't see anything. If this topples over, I'm gonna cry. The dark shadows that tinge the streets let you in on the shapes they hide. You can see clearly despite the darkness. The Mist gave you the key to the place, right? Why is the wheelbarrow inside? Do I want to get stolen again? Silas has a big grin on her face. Did you steal this? I have a feeling you can't wait to test your mattress. Are you that excited? Look excited. I have a feeling you can't wait to test your mattress. You are correct. Do you need help bringing it upstairs? Aw, you're too nice. You help her drag it up the stairs, and she places it in the corner. Why there? Because it's the nicest spot. She lies down on it. Her expression is peculiar, almost as if she can't believe what she's doing. The candles! I'll snuff them out. Thanks. Good night. It's like, don't worry girl, I got you covered. I'll snuff up the candles myself. Oh, you can now determine your romantic preferences from the status menu. You can change these at any time. Okay. Death begets the abyss, just like love does. Yet love takes time, lust is devoured too quickly, and attraction is the base of it all. Oh cool, so you can change the settings, so you actually have 0 romance in the game. Oh, romance with only men. Or you can have romance with only women. Which is kind of nice, you know, actually. I appreciate that they have that as an option. So we'll set that as a preference. But it's cool, so that you want to play the game and only are interested in the girls. That is an option for you. Your amusing summon the ancient voice of the abyss. The gift you received with the insidious thorn. Which gift? It emboldens you to turn away from your destiny. First marinate with fate, now you with destiny. What is it that you want me to do? The abyss does not speak anymore. How convenient! When we want answers, we talk to the abyss, we gaze into the abyss, but when we want answers from the abyss, suddenly the abyss puts us on hold. Answer me, please! I need to know. Light spills into the bedroom from the holes in the windows. Once again, you dreamed of the abyss. Once again, it left you with more questions than answers. You scared the crap out of me. Oh, does like Scylla sleep naked? Or do we all just sleep naked? Scylla is combing her hair with her fingers. Did you have a nightmare? Technically, yes. Sorry. I mean... I wouldn't call it a nightmare. What then? A puzzling and very frustrating dream. Phyllis puts all her vest on and walks to the boarded windows. It's early. It'd be nice if we can stop by an outhouse and a fountain before the mist arrives and gives us grief. Sounds like a plan. You're splashing some water over your face when someone nearby gasps. You didn't kill anyone, did you? A woman with deep bags under her eyes drops a bloody mattress sleeve in the washing basin of the fountain. No, but I claim this close to it. You exchange a look with Silas. The coughing kept waking me up. She begins rubbing the bloody fabric together. You're telling me he was coughing all that? Oh boy. That does not sound good for the guy. Sure was. Phyllis covers her mouth with her hand. What if it's contagious? Let's go. Yeah, what happens with like tuberculosis? We don't want that. It's like we're just pretend, you know, like, okay, we did not see that. Let's keep walking. You rush back to the main street. Are you really going to bring the wheelbarrow back? Of course! What about you? What's the plan for today? You need to visit the seamstress, Anelia, and see if there's something you can do to understand what the whisper wants. Or should you tell Silas? I want to know my way around the city. Very wise. What are you two doing here? Marinette approaches you with a basket in her hand. The smell makes you think of fig pie. More pastries. Pie this time. We were at the fountain. Refreshing ourselves since we can't snap our fingers and have water at will. Marinette's biting rebuttals cut off by Silas' sudden excitement. Is that breakfast? You unlock the front door for them. As soon as Marinette places the basket on the table, Silas uncovers the treat within, a fig pie cut into neat slices. A blink later and one is already in Silas' mouth. I'll have to bring the wheelbarrow back. Do not speak while chewing. I promised the apprentice I would. She also told me she has something she wants to do. Really? I like to learn my way around the city. It's something I would also like. Where did you get this, by the way? It's really nice. Silas takes another big bite. Girl is just horfing down the whole pie to herself. It comes from the halls. Marinette smirks as Silas' chewing slows down to a halt. Huh. She gulps down the food before standing up. Stay here while I return the thing, huh? It won't take long. Marinette's sigh is deep and frustrated. Help me understand her dislike for the halls. I don't know, I've never been inside it. I don't understand it myself. Does she dislike the halls or the wealth you're displaying? Does she dislike the halls or the wealth? Your question gives her pause. While trying to be considerate, I achieved the opposite effect, it seems. I hope you understand my situation is somewhat unique. Mages leave the halls only on assignment, and I am no exception. Am I your assignment? Yes and no. Officially, I am taking care of my late mentor's business. Unlike me, he was an advisor for the nobility and as such enjoyed many more freedoms than mine. Your mentor? Marinette's eyes are on you, and when you meet her gaze, she straightens her shoulders. Heavy is freedom, like a yoke on one's neck. Ignorance is much lesser burden. Should one's last breath never end, frozen in time by our life dripping from willing wounds, then and only then will a shard of the abyss devourer, awaken and conquer. What is that? What does it mean? No one... More cryptic messages. No one tells us. What does it mean? At first, I thought these to be the ramblings of a madman. Then I saw the corpses surrounding you, willing sacrifices. I saw you ashy and dazed, and caught a glimpse of the powers you bear. Who is this madman you're talking about? My mentor, one of the 6 that slew themselves for you. Tell me, what is the abyss? I should be asking you that question. I keep trying to talk to the abyss, but they won't answer me. I have to figure it out. I wish I knew. I am the abyss. A great force I've hidden in the shadows. I have yet to figure it out. Are you not its envoy? That is what you said you were, and the ramblings do match. You also wrote that you would be born of a soul devoured. The memories we have been helping you chase, none exist. Okay, so you knew that, but Silas doesn't. I didn't want to lie to you. You seem strangely accepting of it. She smiles. We shall not tell Silas. Why not? I can already picture her becoming agitated and not believing you. Do you truly think that she would be accepting of you if she knew? There is another problem, of course. She gestures at your face. The body you are inhabiting used to belong to someone else. She must have had a family, friends, perhaps a lover. What happens if one of them recognizes her in you? Good question, actually. I guess that makes sense that we are using a body as some sort of vessel for whatever soul that was put into us, and the voices inside our head. Basically, okay, it's a not quite a homunculus, because we're not like, this is not our body, really. We just got put into it. It hasn't happened yet. I'll deal with them. How likely is it to happen based on the garments left for me? The pieces you wear are bespoke, pristine, and feel luxurious. The garments must have cost several silver pieces, the sort of money nobody carries on the streets. It's unlikely anyone will recognize you, but we can't discount the possibility. We could try to ask the guards if they know anything about missing people, the 6 around me and my host. It seems to me that the guards have very little interactions with anyone who's not a petty criminal. She leans forward to place her hand on yours. Sure. Come on, here, everyone, just start touching my forehead, touching my hands. Her skin is much warmer than you imagined. Know that you have an ally in me. As you learn more, I trust you will confide in me. It's like, no. Sure. Thank you. The door opens and Silas whistles her way inside. Hope I didn't miss too much of the amazing conversation you were having with the miss. Marinette is the first to stand up. You didn't miss much. Shall we go? I love so far all my choices have been like Marinette's approval, while Silas is like sitting at neutral. The shape of the Carolese eludes you. The streets break and split, forming sharp corners that open into squares or patches of trees.
Oh, miss, your shoes make less noise than yesterday.
Huh.
I picked a different pair.
You have more than one. Fancy.
We just got several shoes. You're walking down an alley when Silas stops in her tracks and looks around. Ask her what's wrong.
Silas, what's wrong?
She gestures for you to lower your voice.
We're being watched.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna get attacked? What should we do?
What should we do?
We face them. I want to see who is bold enough to threaten the halls.
Can you go 5 minutes without mentioning the place?
Oh, damn. It's like a little generic looking bandit. You all turn to face the stranger, a lonely figure standing in the middle of the alley. A hood hangs low over their face, obscuring their features. Their clothes are matted and torn, similar to those of the vagrants that roam Caerlees.
Good morning.
I am glad to see that you have some manners.
The figure salutes.
Hi! I've seen you around. You're that crazy old woman that keeps the city safe.
Crazy old woman, she keeps the city
The
safe.
city guards don't do their job. Someone else needs to.
Why were you following us?
Curiosity. It has been satisfied. Now that I know your faces.
You have a feeling that the woman is talking to you. She turns on her heel, ready to leave. What do you mean?
I wanted to see who you were. Nothing more. Nothing less. Farewell.
Okay, goodbye, crazy old woman who's acting like the Batman of Caerlees. Marinette and Scylla seems as confused as you are.
She is famous, you said?
If the guards get too rowdy, she makes sure they behave. And when they're too lazy to catch someone really bad, she...
Scylla draws an imaginary line across her neck. Oh man, yeah, she is like a vigilante. She's gonna kill old woman Batman.
She murders them?
Yeah?
How grim.
You look around, but you don't feel watched anymore. Cool. I'm glad the crazy old lady was okay with us. The windows of the pawn shop are covered in the intricate floral pattern started yesterday. This time there are lights coming from inside the shop. It's open. Let's go in. A complex smell wraps itself around your nose as you enter. Old polished wood, ancient velvet, wax. The inside is cramped. Every surface is covered in trinkets that range from marble statues to necklaces to stuffed animals, all meticulously tagged with a piece of cloth.
Good morning.
Hidden behind a pile of books and scraps that cover the counter, a robed man stands up to welcome you. Oh, I think you're another one of the love interests, or like on the male side. An old scar cuts through his face from forehead to cheek.
What happened to the old people who used to run this place?
They embraced the Lady of Dusk some time ago.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
their son.
May she guide them far beyond.
He thanks her with a nod. Given his foreign garments, you almost expected him to have an accent, but he speaks with the ease of a native. As the man gestures, the intricate tattoo on his arm catches the light. No, it isn't a tattoo. Just like the patterns etched on the dusty windows, this riot of flowers has been carved on his skin.
Is everything here for sale?
Every tagged item on display? Yes.
Marinette smiles, pleased, and starts to look around. Syl shrugs and heads in the opposite direction.
May I help you with anything?
When he looks at you, the smile drains from his face. Oh, I'm sorry. Tense like a bowstring, he holds his breath.
Your eyes are hauntingly beautiful.
Thanks. They're possessed by the abyss. If you stare into them too much, can't say you'll like what you see.
For years I have seen flowers of their color bloom in the nooks and crannies of my dreams.
Are you hitting on me? It's a bold compliment, equally bold question. Avoid his gaze. Thank you. Or do we know each other? Such a bold compliment begets an equally bold
How
question.
did you get that scar?
Okay, I was not expecting that bold. I'd be like, hey, your eyes are beautiful. Oh yeah? How come you have a scar? Where did you get it from? Oh, that came off more rude than intended.
Which one?
No, I don't know. I want to ask about both, but I guess I should say the one on your face.
It was an accident.
I was a child and,
His voice trails off as he purses his lips.
like all children, I thought I was invincible. Has anybody told you that?
Okay, so he did something and completely beefed it and got a scar on his face. I wish to purchase these items. Marinette comes back with a hand mirror and a small glass jar. What's in there? That be a perfumed unguent? Unguent? Wow, this is the first time I've seen this word. Unguent, I believe. What for? The house? My own personal use. Marinette places the items on the little free space on the counter. Hey you, do you still accept collaterals? My name is Malik. And I will once I fist. Why is his fist so clenched? I love how he clenches his fists. He's like, my name is Malik. Not hey you. He just looks so mad in there. And I will once I finish. He pats the pile of documents. This. Huh, will take you a while. Malik takes up an old pair of scissors and removes the tags. Read one of the documents lying on the counter. It seems to be an impassionate description of a set of jewelry with a large amount of gemstones. Someone scribbles shakily in the margins matching box. You look around for the pieces mentioned in the document, but don't seem to be on display. Malik places the two cloth tags next to each other and squints. 1 silver piece and 6 iron, please. As Stillus whistles, Marinette slides her hands on the side of her waistband and takes out a string jingling with coins. Here you are. I trust this can be delivered to the halls? She places an additional iron coin to the counter. Malik fails to conceal his surprise. To what name? Indagatrix Emerita Marinette. He bows. You shall expect a delivery from me then. I will come back. I saw so many wonderful things. Don't say anything. Where to now? Let's stop here. Stillus points to the stalls at the far end of the square. The house needs rags, some buckets, candles. I will. Stay here with Koa while I take care of it. Are you gonna take what we need? You're going to pay for the items, right? Of course. Who do you take me for? I already got my pay for the day. I can afford everything. Should be able to. I'm good at bargaining. Of course you are. So, stay here. I'll be right back. Marinette sighs. Does my presence bother you? What's with a deep sigh? Follow her if you don't want to stay here. Or... see what her status is looking like now. What's with a deep sigh? She is wise enough to recognize that having you and me around would have her treated differently. All we need is a wardrobe change. I wish it was that simple. She approaches the statue that oversees the square. It's missing its head. The corners of the octagonal pedestal are jagged with plaster remains. Someone must have ripped away the plaques that decorated it. Your only hint to the statue's identity is a name etched on the inside of the book. What could this Theresio have done to have his marble form desecrated so? I'm sure Stillus knows. You don't have to wait long to test your theory. Soon, Stillus approaches you with her bounty. Her new bucket holds some candles and 2 large rags. Look what I got here! That was fast. She winks at you. Stillus, who might this be? Marinette gestures towards the statue. No clue. Why? I thought you know the reason someone had beheaded him. I don't know everything. Marine's eyes dart from Silas's face to Teresio's open book. What of his name? Do you know of it? No. It's written right there. Then you can learn it on your own. A gasp leaves Marine's lips. You cannot read! So what? What do you mean, so what? Most people can't. Stupefied, Marine looks at you. I don't know, can we read? We haven't actually tested out to see if we actually can. Why is it so shocking to you? That doesn't change anything. She isn't less worthy of respect. Do not misunderstand me. I do not pity you. I am outraged on your behalf, Silas. You and countless others have been robbed of something wonderful. Silas shrugs, and that seems to make Marine even more agitated. It's not too late. You can still learn. Does it look like I have the money for it? When I need something read, I go to the temple and they do it for me. You do have money now. I don't say anything. You mull over what Silas just said. Temples offer reading services? Yeah. You consider the non-existent state of your finances and the voice that spoke to you by the shrine, guiding you to learn more about the faith of the Keralees. Are the services granted for a fee? A donation. It's not mandatory, but I always try to drop a couple of coins because, you know, they're doing it for the Lady of Dawn. Is it something that speaks to you? I would like to read. It's something I can offer. I guess. I hope it's not. It is something I can offer. Just don't go in expecting to get rich. Marine accepts your answer with a hum. The temple's quite a walk from here, while Anelia's workshop is but a street away. You still don't know why she roused the Whisperer of all people. Oh, maniality is unbefitting of her. You're stunned for a moment as the roar that tore through your thoughts abandons its composure. Are you alright? You much prefer the voices to be whispers. It's nothing. You don't want to impose over the seamstress, but it seems you have to. The best way to go about it would be... I'll be casually drop the fact that, hey, the voice in my head is telling me they really want me to talk to this one lady. Telling Emilia that you know something and are on her side, like threatening her. Inviting Emilia to a rose, trying to get her to talk. Sure, let's get her to work on something for small talk. Then you remember you cannot afford even a scrap of fabric. I want to do something, but... Your eyes fall on the workshop. But you require money. Fear not, I set some of my stipend aside for you. I appreciate it. I'd like for Anelia to make me a garment. I've heard that name before. She is the seamstress from yesterday. What business do you have with her? Let's tell the truth. Aiding her will bring me one step closer to... A moment of poignant silence follows. I see. I don't. She will help me understand, I think. Silas's face scrunches, then she gasps. Aha! She makes you remember! Why didn't you tell us before? She doesn't really, It matters not, for now. We just need, to talk to her again, that's all. So they can shut up all the voices that are going on inside my head. You approach the Stitch and Seam. Stitch and Seam. Thread is spun and weaved into fabric. Several people are sitting on the floor or at the table, quietly chatting with thimble and needle, while others press garments with hot irons. Good morning again, miss. Is there anything I can do to help you today? I'd like to have a garment made. I'd be happy to help with that. What are you looking for? What about a blouse more suited for the sweltering months ahead of us? Good one. You're going to bake alive like that in a few weeks. Why don't we take a look at the fabric I have on hand at the moment? Shadows obscure the edge of your vision, and once they have your attention, they dart towards the back. Sitting on the ground with her apron spread to her side, Anelia is quietly stitching. Say, would it be possible to have one of your apprentices make the blouse? The seamstress scratches her cheek. Possible, yes, but the quality wouldn't be the same. A miss like you deserves the best embroidery there is, hmm? Ah, so it's about money. I could pay in full, even if it's the work of an apprentice. Her face becomes even more confused. Please? If you truly insist. She does. I will call for her. I know we need her, but isn't this a bit creepy? I have to agree, using someone's job to trap them into an outing is not something that makes me particularly comfortable. Do you have an alternative? Not really. Anelia approaches you, looking troubled. Good morning. Morning. Oh, well, make sure it doesn't trouble you. Morning, ready to start? Good morning. You look troubled. Nothing of the sort. Simply curious. Why ask me to make your garment? You just spin a story so that situation appears less sinister. You seem very reliable from what I've seen. I trust you with my future blouse. Thank you. She takes a basket from under the table, overflowing with various scraps of fabric. We have most of these at hand. I recommend linen if you're looking for something to wear this season. The weaving is exceptionally fine in the sample. Marinette begins picking scraps and setting them aside. This will take a while, I assume. No more than a couple hours. Once you're happy with the material, we can discuss the style of the blouse and take some measurements. Do we let her take the lead? Besides, Anelia seems to like her and her dress. She has plenty of questions about the halls that she sprinkles in the discussion about sleeves. And is it true that one's private quarters are modeled after the owner's desire? That only applies to our high-ranking members, and it's not something widely known. Who told you about it? My mother did. She visited the halls several times in her youth, and they're among her favorite stories to share. That piqued your interest. What could have taken her there so often? She was the heiress of a now dissolved house. A whistle comes from under the table. Stylus peeks out from under it. You a noble? Not anymore. What happened? My mother had to sell the last family heirloom some months ago to afford rent. Don't you have some papers that still prove it? They are useless by themselves. Proof of her lineage shall elevate her. Proof of her blood to mend her hands. Okay, voice. Proof of her birthright to let her fall into comfort. Truly. The voice can't possibly expect you to reinstitute her house. Huh? Don't mind me. You leave the workshop once the seamstress has everything she needs to make your new blouse. You'll need to come back for a preliminary fitting in 2 days. This took forever. It'll be quicker next time, right? I'm sorry you were bored. It should be. I'm sorry you were bored. Was doing my job, saving you from needles and hot iron, possibly getting close to you. Do you have any plans for the hours of light left? I'd like to visit the Temple of Dawn and see it for myself. Follow me then. I guess we're gonna go, ooh, visiting the temples. I love so far, like, the first 2 hours of this game has basically just been me chilling with the girlies. It's like, okay, we're gonna go explore the city, we're gonna eat some food, visit some temples. It's like going on a trip with the girls. Tall marble columns adorn the entrance to the Temple of Dawn. Many a bond has light seared in approval, promises of blood in exchanges of death. Rays passed through the dome and bathed the central room in soft light. The many counters that line its walls glitter with candles and oil lamps. Ah, welcome back, cutie art girl. What'd you have for dinner? Okay, what has happened so far? It's funny because I feel like so far in this game, it's just been us hanging out with the girls. With the girlies here. I mean, basically, Silas got so we got a mattress for her. It's just like a mattress covered with hay packed inside. There's a voice inside her head that keeps bringing us back to the seamstress. So we're trying to get close to the seamstress to figure out why that is. We found out though that the seamstress Anelia is like used to be nobility or something until her house basically dissolved, and one of the voices in our head keeps telling us that like she doesn't deserve this life. So yeah, that's like that's going on the side. Phyllis whispers something to herself. Oh yeah, we also met one of the guys, the other guys in the game. I think Malik is his name. He is like the owner of he took over the shop that his parents used to own. He told us we had very pretty eyes, and we asked about how he got the scar on his face. That's basically how the exchange went. She then looks expectantly at you. Oh, perform the gestures? Okay. She nods in approval. Okay, we're just copying. I'll call for someone. Stay here. Marine is yet to utter a word. What left you so in awe? I'll admit I did not expect the interior to be so magnificent. She looks at the frescoes adorning the dome. I can understand Silas's blind devotion now, after seeing the beauty and solace temples provide. That didn't sound like a compliment. Because it wasn't. Okay, wow. You can start like shitting on her religion now? Silas approaches you with a priest in tow. Here, brother. This is Koa. May dawn light your every step. Look at her brow. She has lost her memories. It's not her fault. I did not fault her for anything. He guides you towards one of the empty counters. There are sheets of yellow paper stacked underneath, quills and some ink pots, plus some candles. Come during the day, and I will send a crier to alert the faithful. At the end of the day, some of the donations collected for the service will go to you, and the rest to the temple. Any questions? When can I start? Sign me up. Oh yeah, apparently I guess we can basically work at the temple to like... Because Silas can't read, and there's a lot of the people that can't read. But apparently if people donate to the temple, we can provide reading services for them. What if I receive no donations? Do I just go home hungry? When can I start? Tomorrow, I'd say. I need to arrange for a crier. You thank the priest and leave. I'm starving. Miss, are you paying tonight as well? No, I'm afraid I must retire to the halls early. We could escort you to the halls. And I would gladly accept. Silas doesn't seem to share your sentiment, but doesn't complain on the way. Once faced with the waterfall that spills from the bricks, Marinade steps inside and disappears. Ugh, that's so creepy! Zilla shows you the goosebumps on her arms. You know what could fix this? Some meat from the rose. Let's go! It's like, oh my god, that's so creepy. She just walks into waterfalls. Anyways, let's go get wasted. And drink some booze. The rose is overwhelming. Music, scents, countless voices, the dry heat of smoke. You take a moment to get used to it all and unclasp your cloak to hang it on the wall. Alphion is lounging on the same couch as the day before, lute in hand, but the people draped around him are different. Nag that table before someone else does. She hurries to the counter. It's been a long day. You're zoning out. You can why not focus on the song's lyrics? Sure. They are largely drowned out by the many voices, but you focus on them. Your nectar is sweet as honey wine, the delectable proof that you are mine. They are as flowery as they are filthy. Whoa, what's that face? Is this song one of his originals? I'm missing an A there. Silas places a plate and 2 cups on the table and throws a glance at the people draped around the minstrel. Nah, it's fiery moonlight. Everybody loves it, so it keeps getting requested. He was playing it yesterday as well. And the day before, and the day before that, and he's not the only one. Every minstrel's added to their repertoire, or whatever it's called. Thank you for setting the table, by the way. Don't worry about it, let's dig in. Phyllis throws herself on the food, and dinner is a quiet affair, made colorful by the music and chorus of voices all around you. We just, you know, eat in silence. We're like, okay, cool. I love how every time we like leave the tavern and like try to go home, it's like ominous music that plays. It's all dark out. It feels like one of these days we're just gonna get mugged in the alleyway. The streets are quiet. Oil lamps light the way inside the heart, but once you cross the bridge to the eastern hold, everything is plunged into darkness. Let's be quiet. The moon glows high in the sky, giving everything a cold gleam. It shines in the distance on a blade being drawn. Shit. Oh, I know, I jinxed it! Oh no, I jinxed it! I was like, oh man, one of these days we're gonna get mugged in that alleyway. No, oh no, I jinxed it. Now we're getting surrounded. A small band gets on their feet, men and women both. Unsheath your dagger. Oh, the mist is feisty. It's time for the confrontation you crave. I love that. You can take them, the shadows can take them, or your words can disperse them. Oh, let me look at my stats. I don't know. You think I can take them all with my fists? I could try, you know. I used the voiced on a kid, but let's see if I can actually just I hope this doesn't end badly. Yeah, I could take them. I could take these 5 guys in a fight. They do not expect the mist to charge them. Ugh. They do not expect you to slam one of them against the wall. What the? And he looks at you, stunned, as do the others, before the handle of your knife crashes down on him, putting him out of commission for a short while. Damn, girl! Go for it! How strange. They all move so slow. Cause, I don't know, we got the abyss powers and and you know, everything's slowing down. What you lack in technique, you compensate with raw strength, inhuman for your frame, fueled by the darkness that bathes the city at night. It's okay. I think we're winning this fight, right? You feel a pull around your arms where your cloak is secured. Oh no, you don't. Silas kicks the arm of the woman assaulting you and puts a knife to her throat. Did you want more? We already knocked one of your guys out cold. We can do 2 or 3 more. One of them spits on the ground. Freaks. Silas kicks the woman again and she releases your cloak. A silent stalemate follows in which no moves are made. Then cautiously, your feet take several retreating steps. Will they attack as soon as you turn your back? The one on the ground has her knife out and you almost think she wants to throw it at you, but you manage to round the corner unharmed. Silas grabs your wrist. Run. What was that? What do you mean? One moment you were by my side, the next you were smashing a guy's head against the wall. We're just girl bossing it. I love it though. That's us. Envoy of the Abyss. Striking fear into the hearts of children with our voice alone. Slamming men's heads against the wall. Just girl boss things. I guess we didn't really need... I guess 2 points in strength were good enough to get us past that confrontation. I wonder what would happen if we had like 5 points strength. Just... would we have killed someone? I'm lucky, that's all. That wasn't luck. Are you like the Miss? Is that it? I'm not exactly like her. She curses loudly. Oh no, is she mad at me? I want to help you. I feel like you shouldn't. You feel like you should have intervened. Yeah, Griff. I'm still the same person I was this afternoon. And that's confusing! Because you weren't doing that weird stuff back then! I had no reason to. We were threatened by a band of ruffians, and I didn't want you to get hurt on my behalf. That's my job! I'm your bodyguard! Were you confident against the 5 of them? No, obviously! Never seen a group that big. Usually it's one person with sometimes a pal. There you have it. She frowns. Perhaps when I wake up, I'll realize it was all a very strange dream. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hit the hay. Good night. Okay, well, I guess she didn't really like us doing that. Ugh. Footsteps wake you up. They turn to creaking as Silas descends the stairs. I don't think, she's not happy with us now, I guess. Could you imagine we just like kill, like decimate 5 people in the fight and Silas is like, oh my god. That's actually terrifying. You're like supposed to be the bodyguard of someone, like an amnesiac, and you're like, oh, I have to protect them, that's my job, and then suddenly they literally destroy a whole gang of people. You hear the door whine open, then close. Is Silas still upset? You dress yourself and walk downstairs as well. The door to the privy is open, and 2 buckets are gone. The wooden tub in the middle of the room still looks out of place, far too lavish for the rest of the place. The door swings open. Silas has filled the buckets with water, and she places them by the entrance before closing the door behind herself. Hey, what's wrong? It wasn't a strange dream after all. It was real, what you did. She fears you. I hope your opinion on me wouldn't change. Kinda hard after seeing you handle them in a fight. Does the Miss know? Is that why she acts so chummy with you? Has she always known? I think so. Silence falls between you. Silas takes one of the buckets and heads for the privy. I'll go refresh myself. Alright. After you wash away sleep as well, you find her sitting at a table. I don't remember if you know how to use the dagger I gave you. I don't. She hums. When Marinette arrives, she brings a basket full of fragrant dark bread, sprinkled with olives. I like that she always brings us food. I'm like, oh, thank you, Marinette. You're always bringing us breakfast. How nice. Something happened between you two. Silas glares at her. We'll tell Marinette what happened. We met some ruffians on the way back from the Rose. Marinette places the basket on the table. Without a word, Silas reaches for breakfast. And now Silas has seen firsthand what I can do. And what would that be? I hate when you do that, asking questions when you know the answer. Your answer is clearly different from mine. Look at your face. You are terrified of her. Should you not be in awe instead? Don't tell me what to think. I am not doing that. Guys, I swear I don't understand what happened myself. I'm sorry. You two are bickering again. There's nothing to be in awe. Silas, I swear I don't understand what happened myself. So you don't know how you drove those ruffians off? I know how, but not why I can do it. I know why. You are the envoy of something unfathomable. Wait! Silas puts the food down. She looks between Marinette and you with increased doubt. The goddess? Are you? No way. No. Is it the triune goddess? Is the triune goddess connected to the abyss? You doubt it. If anything, the two are opposing forces. But are you certain of it? No. Silas jumped to the conclusion herself, and you can already see how her warmth towards you is back. At least she's not scared of me anymore. She's probably worried. It's like, damn, the person that was supposed to bodyguard can actually beat me up instead. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe? Possibly? You have the feeling your answer does not matter. Silas has already made up her mind. What sort of story is she spinning in her head? One that favors you, you hope. How about you leave some breakfast for us as well? Sorry. The olives add punch to the otherwise ordinary bread. When you're done eating, Marinette stands up and straightens her dress. Ooh, some olives. I mean, like, it's actually like having a baguette or some or like focaccia bread with some, you know, olive dipped in olive oil, balsamic vinegar. Very nice combination. That delightful shop we visited some days ago. The Hand of Piety? I'd like to visit it again. I have eaten this type of bread. Yeah, it's so tasty. I really enjoy focaccia bread specifically. You know, I don't really bake it myself. When it comes to baking breads, I think the only one I really make is like the Asian type of bread with the milk toast. So I baked milk toast, but I like sourdough as well, but I never actually tried to make it myself because I know there's like more kind of steps, and especially dealing with the yeast. But the bread with onions, I feel like it sounds familiar, like some type of onion bread, but I don't know if I've had that one specifically. I may have one time and forgotten. Because usually it's like I end up eating baguettes, focaccia breads, milk toast. But I'd say more familiar with like kind of like the Asian breads. So sourdough, yeah, I also really like sourdough bread. It makes really tasty toast. And garlic bread, of course. Garlic bread's the best. At least you bake bread. I cannot bake unless someone is looking at me. It depends too, though. Some breads are actually much easier to make than others. I ended up buying this like type of bread pan that basically it's like a square, kind of square, deep pan that has like a sliding top, and you use it to bake. I use it to bake milk toast. So that, you know, the bread rises, and then when you kind of flip it over and take it out when it's done, it's, you know, just a loaf of bread. The only thing too is that milk toast is more on like the sweeter side. Because the thing with Asian breads is that they're always more like sweet or like, you know, creamy, especially like the milk breads. If you ever had like red bean buns or like Asian buns, they're always a little tinge of like sweetness to them. They're very soft though. That's like it's nice and pillowy soft. But they're a little bit more on the sweeter side, and sometimes I actually prefer the more savory types instead. So I feel like when being in Asia for too long, sometimes I actually miss like Western bread. I'm like, please, I want some like rye bread, I want sourdough, I want baguettes, like I want dry breads. But yeah, in Asia, it's much more like soft breads, which I don't know. Sometimes I want to have them, but you know, other times I prefer more dry, savory breads. My ex bakes pizza dough and does the whole trick of spinning. Ooh, and spinning it too. I haven't baked pizza dough since like I did it once, like from scratch. Back in high school, so I was in like a nutrition class, which was basically kind of like a cooking class. And we ended up making pizza dough from scratch, so we had to create the dough first and let it sit for the yeast to rise. But we didn't spin it all fancy like or anything. Even though I kind of do want to give it a try, but I'm so paranoid I'll just drop on the floor and it will be like a waste of good dough. But it looks cool. I want to do some cool pizza spinning tricks. May I come with you? Of course you can. Silas leaves you there. You begin to recognize squares and fountains, monuments, and other landmarks. As you approach the pawn shop, you notice a horse in black, guarding a tide outside. That's bad news. We should wait until they're done. Until who is done? Do you see the horse? They're not allowed in the heart, unless they're used by high-ranking people of the guilds. There goes the guy rolling across them. Speak for yourself. Before Silas can quit back, a man with a black doublet and a cloak similar to yours leaves the shop. He tips his hat to you before mounting the horse. It's only when he leaves that Silas resumes breathing. Cluttered, dusty, and full of hidden treasures. The pawn shop is a sight to behold. The owner, Malik was his name, stands outside among the chaos in striking garb. So yeah, we actually met Malik earlier, but I thought it was really funny because like, look how he clenches his fist. He's just standing there, like he's so tall too. He just looks like 6 feet tall, standing there menacingly with his tattooed arms, scar on his face, and his clenched fist in the shop. I'm like, are you okay there, buddy? You got some tension in your arms and hands. Good morning. Please forgive my frown. Is there anything I can help you with? It looks like you just want to punch you right now. Yeah. It's like I'm sorry. I just want to come into your store. Let me peruse your wares. I don't mean to do anything. Don't hurt me. I bet he could pick me up and toss me out with that height. Not at the moment. No, I will be looking around. His eyes fall on you, but he looks away before you can call it staring. So, what did he want? The frown comes back. The whip. He came to remind me that my position is precarious. that my clothes violate the guild's rules, and that I need to be able to take collaterals within the Synite. What's wrong with your clothes? Except the fact that they're yellow and they stand out. How is your position precarious? You seem to take great offense to my inheritance of the shop. He sits behind the counter, sighs, and then begins sifting through the pile of papers still there. You feel like talking to the owner. Let's talk to him. Let's see what he's all about. He looks far too glad to push the document aside. Yes. His eyes fall into yours, and his words come back to you. His strange bout of passion. Some days ago, you told me something strange. You said you see my eyes in your dreams. The color, yes, it is so rare and unmistakable. Just like anyone else, my dreams are sequences of images, stringed along by no logic, yet there are always flowers at the corner of my vision. Growing among the tiles of a roof, adorning the headdress of a dancer, falling from murmuring lips. For years they have populated my every dream, every time I reach out to pluck them. His hand touches the riot of flowers carved on his arm. They wilt before my very eyes. Wow, I can't believe you've never seen this violet. When did the dreams start? Around 10 years ago. The flowers were infrequent at first, but gradually infested every single dream. It seems like a concern. Unless he's like an oracle, or maybe he's having some weird hallucinations in his sleep. There is something in his tale you recognize, yet can't quite express. The shadows that dance on his scarred arm acknowledge you, yet do not offer themselves to you. Strange. Is Malik one of the romance options? Yes, he actually is. So, I believe so, because if we look here, so we can actually change it. So you can have romance with men and women, or you can turn it off. So right now I've set to just romance with men, and you can see there are 3 guys here. We've met it's like Alphion, and I'm pretty sure this is Malik. So we're just missing the last guy that we actually haven't met yet. I feel like he's got this like 1,000-yard stare, like he's just looking at you. Could Malik have some ties to the Abyss? But enough about my nights. I don't believe it's proper to talk about them among strangers. We don't have to stay strangers. Would you tell me your name then? I believe you already know mine. I'm Koa Miyo. He repeats your name with a smile. Then his hand asks for yours. Hold his hand or shake hands. Be like, yes, good business. Very, very proper business. Let's hold your hand. Oh, you want a hand hold? Here, I'll hold your hand. He raises it to his lips. They brush against your skin for the briefest moment. So, you're technically working. Right. Anything caught your eye? Stuffed animals, theater mask, compass rose on the counter. Ooh, a compass. It's the only item without dust you can see. Malik's fingers reach for the ornament. Caroline worships the Triune goddesses, distant as she is, but Javidians pledge themselves to one of the 4 winds. The point to the southeast seems to have a sheen to it. You will have noticed I am a follower of Sluk. Sluk? I don't know, Sluk or Sluk, the far-reaching. Carolesians call him Shiroko. You enjoy your time in the shop and leave once the bell rings the half-hour. Once you leave, Marinette shows you her purchase, a jeweled comb and a bottle of perfumed oil. That's for us, right? For the house? It is. It smells nice as well. I don't think she would have purchased something if it smelled unpleasant. With the citadel watching over you, you resumed your walk. Do you find it easier to orient yourself? Somewhat. You think you can reach the rest from here? I could try. We're gonna give it a shot, you know? You have learned to hold your breath while wading through the alleys to avoid the stench. Oh, yeah, it's probably like super stinky still. Sudden noise makes you stop in your tracks. Great clamor comes from a nearby street, and even without breathing, you recognize the smell in the air. Smoke.
Oh no.
Oh man! You don't feel the warmth of the fire, but hear it sizzling. Flames erupts from the windows of a two-story building. A line of people passes buckets from a nearby well, but it's not enough.
Let's stay out of their way.
They are merely trying to contain the fire as it burns everything inside the building. No, my blouse! My commissioned blouse! It's on fire! Join the people fighting. Arne, what are you waiting for? Oh, let's just go help them. Is anyone stuck inside?
Is anyone stuck inside? Hope not. That's a crappy way to die.
Oh yeah, that's an understatement. Roasting to death? Marine's panic turns into a fearful resolve. Marine steps forward and her arms gently sway in a frenzied motion. The sky crackles with thunder. Marine's claws open and a torrent comes crashing down from a tear in the air. Her eyes are wide and scared. Controlled by her motions, the water drenches the building and chokes out the blaze among the cries of the bystanders. The magic she controls is not kind. It summons winds that whip the hair on your face, and every time the water slams against a brick, its splashes are like ice-cold needles. Once the fire is extinguished, the soot-black water disappears as Marine clenches her fists, a motion that repairs the tear in the sky as well. Must be cool being able to do magic. From the remains of a door, a figure emerges. A woman in rags. In her charred arms, a frail-looking boy coughs violently. She places the boy down, and you swear she smiles at you before disappearing into an alley. Excuse you? Vagrant? You follow her.
Hey, where are you going?
Silas disapproves. Oh my god, where's she going? And she's like, what the hell? Where are you going? And I love that. There's like a... Silas dislikes that. It's disapproval. Among buckets and people, you find her ducking into a shaded alley.
Wait.
Yes?
You are badly injured. She should be wrecked by pain. You can see ripe flesh in the cracks of her burned skin. She takes a step forward. The darkness that engulfs her seems to wave at you. Oh, okay.
Commanding the shadows?
It can be, yet you saw it with your own eyes.
No use wasting time here. She's gone.
Buckets lie abandoned on the side of the street. The crowd has split into small groups. Some fearful, some concerned for the boy.
There you are!
Where did Marinette go?
She is in trouble.
Silas presses himself against a wall and peeks around the corner. You do the same. A hooded figure is talking with Marinette in one of the alleys. Uh-oh.
We have rules for a reason. Breaking them has consequences. Even for someone like you.
I know.
As she takes his hand, she turns toward you, resigned, despairing, and filled with regret.
May she muster the courage to escape those shackles.
Blue mist envelops them, and the two are gone before your very eyes. Oh no, is she going to jail? Is she going to mage jail?
Hey, that was the warden!
The warden?
The one that keeps the mages in check.
Marinette used magic before. What was different this time?
Did you see what she did to the sky? She broke it!
Before today, Marinette had only used her magic for quaint purposes, lighting candles and drawing baths. That same magic allowed her to harness the rage of a storm, fight against his wild nature to bend it to her will. She did follow the warden willingly. That means she'll be fine, right? Hers was resignation, not volition. Don't use those fancy words with me. You both look at the spot where Marinette stood. I never thought I'd feel bad for her. The Whisperers enamored with Marinette had always mentioned freedom, and now she has been taken away. Uh-oh, I guess I need to help her. Silas, I don't like the face you're making. We need to help her. Can you guess what I want to do? You want to help her. She groans once you confirm her suspicions with a nod. We can't. The warden didn't take her to a normal gaol. He took her to the halls. It's a place we can't even enter. She sounds quite relieved about it. Have you seen what she can do? Imagine pissing off a legion of them. What do you suggest then? Let me think. Huh. How about this? If we don't hear from the Mist in a couple of days, we go to Hannah Piety and ask the guy there to contact her for us. Malik? He delivered stuff to her before. He should be able to do that again, even she's in gaol. In fact, one dies not from because of the fire, but the smoke. Yeah. I mean, you would just inhale all that carbon monoxide, right? And yeah, I guess that would indeed kill you before. I mean, that also sucks, but I feel like that's somewhat better death than roasting to a crisp alive. It sounds like a plan. You know what else might help her? A little prayer at the temple. Carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide. Kind of an interesting story, or maybe not. Maybe a little concerning story is that we actually living at my family's place. I guess our carbon monoxide detector wasn't really working properly. But at one point we had to get tested. Or I forget if like it wasn't working properly because we figured out there was a problem. And I think like the carbon monoxide machine, it like probably went off in the middle of the night or something, or we had to get tested. But anyways, apparently we had some elevated levels of like monoxide, like carbon monoxide. So luckily nothing bad happened to us, but it was a concerning level apparently, and yeah, we had to resolve that. Oh right, yeah, because it was we had an old heater, or like we had an old furnace or heater, and I guess it was leaking. But of course, you know, we couldn't detect it. You can't really smell it or anything. But yeah, that was kind of causing a problem, and we managed to find out there was an issue and thankfully fixed it before, you know, we died in our sleeps. So that was probably like a close call. Could have died there if we didn't realize there was an issue. I was like, I don't remember if I felt lightheaded or not. It could have just been like my general sleepiness. But yeah, luckily nothing bad happened. Thank God. Oh, Lady of Dawn, brightest morning star. I know that the mist doesn't spare a second thought for you, but please spare one for her. Silsa's prayer is certainly unique. She did the right thing for once in her life and saved a bunch of people. It's only fair you help her now in return. Okay. Oh. Let her continue. Oh, bringer of the new day, oh lady of hope. Watch over the mist and give her back to us, because I don't know what will happen to my new home with her gone. Ah, so that's where the unusual concern is coming from. No, wait! She was paying for the rent! Please, if she's in jail, if our landlord's in jail, what do we do? May our will be one May our will be one in prayer. She elbows you lightly. May our will be one in prayer. You spent one last moment in silence before Silas unclasped her hands. There, the lady heard us, but she likes it when you do stuff for her too. Not only when you ask for stuff. Almost as if on cue, the young priest that welcomed you the day before approaches you. I hope I'm not interrupting you. I was just done. I don't imagine you are here to offer your services. She is. I'll come back in the evening. It seems Silas has made a decision for you and who you are to refuse some coin. We need to get that bread, right? We need to make some money because we have not a penny to our name. And the one who has been supplying us breakfast has been arrested. So yeah, we kind of need this. The priest leaves to inform the crowd outside, and after several minutes, people begin to approach your table with various missives. I have never heard of this word. How does one pronounce it? Your second encounter with someone from Banu Javilyar is with an elegantly dressed merchant. You gather from your interactions with her that the Javiya alphabet is completely different from the one used in Keralese, and that makes deciphering bad handwriting even more of a challenge. This looks like a misspelling of crepuscular. I will tell my friend to revise the difference between P and Q. Thank you. Among the lighter messages, you notice several funerary notices for the countryside. Very few tears are shed. The people of Keralese seem accustomed to death. Every time your thoughts drift to Marinée and her predicament, someone in need approaches you. I'm sorry, miss. I'd be grateful if you could read this for me. The servant hands you a crumpled scrap of paper with a scorch mark. The message is sooty and smells like smoke. It looks scavenged from a hearth. It says, the infant had your brother's eyes. What? The use of the past tense gives you pause. Yes? Where did you take this from? I don't know if it's an our place to pry, but where did you get this? Oh, that's not important. Please tell me what it says. The infant had your brother's eyes. She inhales sharply. The Lady of Dusk took such a liking to them. A silent sob shakes her frame. Choked up by her raspy breath, her eyes transfixed onto a scrap of paper filled with tears. Oh, yeah, okay. Please, sit down. She hunches over the table, still struggling to breathe. Her hands cradle her belly. She is drenched in dread so thick it steals air from her lungs. Breathe, please. Brother, she... One look is all he needs to know what to do. He offers her his hands and does not flinch when her grasp is shaky and desperate. Breathe in, breathe out. Try to do it when I tell you. He nods towards you, and then at some people that gather to observe the situation. You nod back and address the bystanders. Nothing to see here. It's like, alright guys. It's like, disperse, people, nothing to see here, nothing to do, go back to your daily lives. When he leads her to one of the inner chambers, you follow from a distance and stay at the doorstep. You're safe here. My baby! A woman bearing the signs of a recent pregnancy. A message plucked from ashes and fire in an elegant script. An infant returned to dusk. You don't know for how long she cries, Lulled by the shadows and the priest's soothing words, the woman becomes so exhausted she falls asleep by the desk. The priest approaches you with a troubled whisper. I'm afraid to ask what caused this. You show him the scrap of paper, and he examines against the light. It bears no heraldry, a shame. Not like we'd be able to do much. His brows furrow. He's a servant of light, yet shadows encroach upon his heart like thorns, making it bleed with rage. May she deny the murderers the succor of the heavens. Wouldn't the city guard be able to do anything? Resignation weighs heavily on his shoulder. This was the plot of a noble house, I fear. And judging from his quiet fury, they are untouchable. Would you mind keeping an eye on this poor soul? My brothers and sisters of the Prime are better equipped at dealing with this kind of matters than I'll ever be. I'll call for one of them. Alright, brother. I never introduced myself, did I? You can call me Mattia. The woman drifts in and out of consciousness. She does not speak to you, but you stay close in case she needs anything. The priest and priestess of the Prime that come to assist her bear a stretcher, but she prefers to walk. Oh no. What happened to her? They will give her shelter and calming herbs and help her heal. Can nothing be done against those who murdered her child? May the ladies turn their backs against the accursed house. Brother Mattia's shoulders sag. I think you should call it a day. Hopefully, if Dawn wills it, tomorrow you'll have a merrier messages to read. Yeah, that was a rough first day on the job. You can't stop thinking about what happened. You can't get an image of the mourning woman out of your head. Her despair resonated with you, felt like your own. It felt like a scrape of the abyss tucked into her heart. You find Silas waiting for you outside the temple. You feel a bit better? You can't say you do, no. Oh my god, Silas, what a day we had. This woman's baby got murdered, and I had to deliver the bad news, and oh boy. Perhaps dinner will lift your spirits. Before we go to the Rose, can we stop by the seamstresses? Alright, what happened to our seamstress? Is she still alive? A group of people is amicably chatting outside the stitch and seam. You can go in. We're waiting for our clothes to be pressed. Thank you. The head seamstress does not seem to be nearby, so you take the opportunity to look around. Hey, this place is still intact. I thought it burned down. Anelia is in her usual spot on the floor, hunched over her sewing. The fabric she's working with is black. I thought this shop didn't do stuff for the guilds. Welcome back, again. She follows the line with her gaze. Ah, that's not for a guild. The poor girl lost her mother and didn't have a mourning veil. She hasn't made much progress in your blouse, I'm afraid. But it wasn't a rushed job, was it? You can offer your condolences. I think she'd appreciate it. When she sees you approach, Amelia puts down a needle and dons her gloves. The black shawl in her lap is almost done, and it's embroidered with grapevines and wheat. Amelia, I'm so sorry. Her eyes swell with tears. I had told you, right? How I hadn't heard from her in so long. One of the guards came to me and they didn't find her. But she had left a message on her pillow. And if only I'd gone to visit her sooner. I'm sure the Lady of Dusk welcomed her with open arms. Amelia nods. How cold of the whisper. How cold of her mother to ignore the tears that flow over her daughter's cheeks. Once they dry, Amelia looks at Silas and you. Is Miss Marinette not with you today? She was, busy. Hell stuff. Very important. You wish to ask Amelia about the heirlooms of her house. The proof of her lineage, but it's hardly appropriate. Yeah, not a great time to ask about that. After giving her your condolences once more, you leave the workshop. I feel bad for her, but hey, once she feels better, she can sell that pretty shawl for a lot of coin. I don't think she intends to sell it. Maybe if I ask really nicely? What use could you have for it? She's gonna say no. You need a morning shawl? Not really, I just think I could spin a nice story around it, make it a real last heirloom of her house. It's stitched new, nobody would believe it. It's well kept. It even has the family crest on it, embroidered by the last head of the house. Wait, yeah? Did you recognize her family crest? Yeah, it's from House Casteldon. Why are you making that face? How do you know? Well, when you deal with items that change hands very often, it's handy to know what is legit and what is not. So if I were to tell you that we need to recover one of the heirlooms of her house... No way. I'm serious. Why? You don't have a good explanation for her. One she would like without the dead whispering to you. Trust me, it's the voices in my head telling me we need to steal an heirloom from the house. This is kind of my specialty, so I'm in. But first things first, it's dinner time. Dinner time. Let's go back to the same tavern. You have been to the Rose enough times that you know the way. Nice, you're getting used to the city. The inn is quieter than usual. Instead of playing, Alpheon is talking with two other minstrels. I haven't picked my salary up today. We'll have to go with something less fancy. You order. I'll join you in a while. You make your way to Alpheon, who winks at the two performers before turning towards you. Greetings. What has you in such a good mood? Smile at him. Hello. What has you in such a good mood? These fine folks have agreed to play for the evening, which gives me some me time. How have you been? I'm well, thank you. You know, just witness a burning building, saw my recent friend, I guess, get arrested by the magic cops, and saw a woman break down over the news of her child being killed by a noble. Yeah, just, you know, what a week. I was worried about unbalancing your humors, you know. I'm grateful you did. Aside from you looking more alive, I don't feel any more changes. You haven't had much progress on the whole. The dead speak to me, have you? I have, but what the voice wants goes against the wishes of the living. Oh my, that doesn't sound pleasant. If there's anybody who can understand your struggles, it's Alpheon. Whoever came them, much the same. I'd be happy to lend you my ear. 2 heads are better than 1. How did you know that by helping Silas, I'd awaken one of the voices? I didn't. Mine was, call it a gut feeling. If he says so. You tell him about the Anelia, about the relief she felt upon losing her title, and how her mother is telling you to disregard her wishes to make her a noble again. That sounds terribly complicated. I was hoping you'd have some advice for me. Well, I don't. So much for 2 heads being better than 1. The voices that were guiding me never really asked me to do anything worth questioning. Were the tasks he was assigned too easy, or his morals loose? My morals are ironclad. Oh god, he's reading our mind now. How did you know I was thinking? It was plain on your face. Anyway, I do have a piece of, not advice per se, but a tidbit of knowledge I could share with you, since I went through all this before. Do you know what happens once you satisfy one of the souls bond to you? Not quite. Appease them, so that I might sever the bonds that keep them tied to this world, and they'll become yours too. He searches for the correct term. Consume? Devour? Eat? Make yours, in a sense. Don't make that face. They wanted this in life and still wish for it in death. They want to be consumed by you. Why else would they have offered their lives in exchange for yours? Should you not keep your voice down? Nobody's paying attention, but you're right. Where was I? Right, the souls are what strengthens you. If you refuse their bidding, I think they'll disperse, returning the power to the abyss instead of giving it to you. Okay. So if I want to keep my super awesome special powers, I gotta appease the spirits that are possessing me. Why couldn't it be easy? Why couldn't, like, you know, the voices in my head ask for, like, 2 bagels or something instead of trying to reinstate the title of their noble daughter, or I guess ex-noble daughter. That means I need to free them and consume them. You know a lot about the topic for someone who can't give advice about it. I promise, Atri, I wouldn't interfere too much with your business. The name sounds familiar. Is she not the admiral honored with a square in her name? Did I just mention Atri? Oops. Did you not meet him by her statue? Not that Atri, not the admiral, right? Oh no, it is her. Centuries old, centuries stubborn, with a penchant for nagging. You've seen her already, I believe. He clears his throat and begins imitating her voice. I don't need to look fancy, Alphion. She told me some time ago, so I warned her. You're going to scare people away if your skin keeps splitting as you talk. So be it, was her reply. Guess what? The following day, Atri threw herself into the canal to save someone. Back on dry land, the poor thing she had rescued was so terrified of her, he jumped back into the water to escape. And that's what convinced her to get that dark hood she wears all the time. Oh, she's the crazy lady with the magic powers. I didn't want to tell her that I was right all along, but she looked plenty pissed off on her own. Oh, you seem to enjoy the sound of your own voice. I would have told her. That was... Do you fight often with her? Oh, that was quite the story. What sort of minstrel would I be if I wasn't able to tell one? Your friend's looking for you, by the way. He waves at Silas. Do you know him? Not quite, not yet. Dare I say, I'd love for that to change. Huh. Well, good luck with tonight's performance. She puts her hands on your shoulders and pushes you away. Sorry about that, but I'm running low on funds. I can't cover his dinner, and I'd be really sad I had to share my stew. She didn't find a table, so you eat by the counter. Do you think the mist is alright? I believe so. Lady of the Dawn, aid her. Like, oh, I hope she's doing okay, and the equivalent of magic jail time, I guess. Maybe I don't know if she's actually in jail or in a holding cell or wherever. When you make your way to the safe house, every small sound makes you alert. Oh, are we getting mugged again? Okay, never mind. Band of ruffians is nowhere to be found. Okay, not getting mugged this time. Maybe the mist will send you a letter. Perhaps she can't. You both retire for the night. Uneasy thoughts keep you awake. You're worried for Marinette. You're unsure whether you should satisfy the voice or not. The grief you witnessed today struck a chord with you. You won't screw it again? That not jinx it this time. I show those bandits a good lesson. They know better than to mess with me. I mean, I kind of have to say I am all three, but... Where should satisfy the voice or not? Grief you witnessed today struck a chord with you. Yeah, that kind of sucked, you know? I don't know. Should we feed the voice? Reinstating Anelia as a noble will require her cooperation, and you're not sure she would do that willingly. You don't know how long you stay awake. Eventually your limbs and eyelids grow heavy, and you drift into a dreamless sleep. Morning comes without the word of the abyss to guide you. Oh, nice, you know, an actual, get some actual, you know, me time without the voices in my head trying to talk to me. Wakey wakey! When you open your eyes, Stillness is looming over you with a smile. Let's go to the well. There's a commotion in the small square with the wash basin. The door of one of the houses is wide open, and you hear weeping from within. Several people are going in and out. Some of them wear robes similar to Brother Mattia, with dark red stole instead of the yellow he dons. May the Lady of Dusk guide their step. The priest carries someone out in a cot. A sheet has been laid on the body to cover it, and it bears old bloodstains. I recognize that lady. Silas points at a woman staggering out the doorstep to give a final look at the body being carried away. You recognize her as well. You heard her loudly complain about a family member having violent coughing fits. This is hard to watch. You quickly refresh yourself and head back to the safe house. Did I hallucinate you wanting to find the heirlooms of House Castellon, or...? You did not. I need to find them. And then what? The seamstress will get her noble title back. Then I will ask the seamstress what she wants. Death likes to follow you. Maybe, perhaps, I don't think, but I think like, maybe the bandits perhaps, but I don't think the lady with the sick family member. I mean, this is like, you know, it seems to be kind of medieval sort of setting where, you know, I need, yeah, they take baths and whatnot, but I feel like hygiene and modern medicine aren't quite at its finest yet. They probably got like, there's probably some like bubonic plague or, you know, some influenza or something. There's gotta be some disease. To reclaim her lost title, Anelia needs both the papers and an heirloom. I don't think she'll want to get that back. An heirloom with a house crest is worth a lot of coin. A lot. Getting your hands on it probably means... She wiggles her fingers. Which happens to be something I'm good at, and you probably aren't. So why not resell it? We can split the profits. It's not ours to sell. Or to steal, but that's what we're going to do anyway. Do we have to steal the heirloom? Well, we first need to know what we're looking for. A plate? A pin? A dagger? Once we know that, we need to learn who has it. It's for sale somewhere we can buy it. Well, the miss could. Since she is not here, we need to get clever. Anelia said that her mother sold the last heirloom some months ago. The lady sounded like the type to have the house crest on display when she strutted out. I'm thinking a pin, or a necklace, or earrings. Something that can be worn. Where would we find something like... Shadows float like specks of dust in front of your eyes. Oh damn, activating my magic powers. The Hand of Piety. It's not the only pawn shop around, but it's one of the only ones that wouldn't ask questions. We can start there. Phyllis turns towards the door. It's kind of a good thing that the mist isn't with us. I don't think she liked my methods. I hope she's alright. I bet she is. Let's take the Southern Bridge today. There's a grocer nearby that I can visit to get us breakfast. Like, ooh, time to go steal some goods. The alleys of the heart are a far cry from its sun-drenched streets. Silas doesn't mind the stench and guides you through a string of them to reach your destination much faster until you spot a figure clad in rags leaning against the wall. Is it you again, lady? Hey, it's the crazy grandma! It's Altry, the centuries-old admiral, an envoy like Alpheon and you. What is she doing, you wonder? dressed like a vagrant and covered in boils and scars. Atri? He speaks softly to shield Silas from the truth. So that blabbermouth managed to keep it a secret for a grand total of 3 days. It might be a new record for him. She approaches you. Now that you know, allow me. She bites her thumb and fresh blood spills out. Okay, you don't need to do that. What the? It looks like she wants to touch your forehead with her bloody finger. Yeah, sure. Why not? Everyone's touching my forehead and hands these days. What's one more? Despite her rough skin, her touch is gentle. She smears some of the blood on your forehead, and for a moment your vision clouds, drowned by shadows. When you touch your forehead, you don't feel any blood. Huh? I'll see you around. What did she do to you? What just happened? I have no idea. You did not even ask Atri about the voices. Perhaps you should meet her alone. How come that you show up and I go from seeing the grandma once a year to seeing her twice in the same night? You shrug. Oh well. It's like, oh well. Just, another day. The hand of piety isn't far, and you begin to recognize the streets and their quirks. The plants that flank a doorstep, the wobbly blinds that hang on rusted hinges, chipped paint that reminds you of a wing. Silas scratches her nose when you enter the pawn shop. I always feel the need to sneeze when I enter. Oh, hello Malik, wearing not your yellow robes this time. Oh, looking sharp. Now that he's not wearing the robe anymore, you can see more of the design on his forearm, half swallowed by the rolled up sleeve of his shirt. Thank you. It should be enough to have the guild whip stop breathing down my neck, even if the doublet is not ready. Do you need anything? We do. He's happy to put a rag in his hands away. The last heirloom of House Castledon recently left the hands of the matron lady. Any chance it was sold here? How recently are we talking about? Months. Unspecified amount. Malik throws a glance at the counter, still drowned in documents. I did need a reason to go through that pile. You do that. I'll look around with something with the family crest. Sure, let's go to the documents.
I hope you won't mind my assistance.
I don't believe it'd be appropriate for you to go through the documents.
His eyes lock with yours.
But who am I to deny you?
It's decided then. Malik takes a loose page from the pile and shows it to you. The handwriting is shaky and dots of ink mark the edges. He puts that aside to take one from the bottom of the pile. The same handwriting is much clearer.
The papers explain themselves, really. If you'll excuse me for a moment.
His voice is strained, and his fists are still clenched. He erases the drape by the counter and disappears into a concealed hallway. I've kind of rude to follow him, so I feel like we should just, start my search. The most recent records are almost unintelligible. You manage to decipher some of the words, but there is no mention of the house Castledon, or Casteldon, on the family crest of wheat and vines. The other documents are more legible and paint a grim picture. Desperate people trading valuables for a fraction of their value, and interest rates that become steeper the more precious the item is. Malik comes back with eyes red from weeping. Oh boy. You already started. Are you okay, buddy? Do you need a moment? No. May sulk scorch my heart to melt away the bitter grief. He sits behind the counter and begins reading. After a while, Silas approaches you with a yawn. Tell me I found something. No, I guess not. These records only go so far. You have older ones, search those. I suppose I could close early and do that. Why close early? They're kept in the attic, and I'd rather not move them too much. You're being real helpful for a guy we only saw 2 times. Why? You're the first friendly faces I've seen since my return. The guild whip doesn't count. Huh. I can help you look. Much appreciated. You can come back after I close. I'll see you soon then. I'm like, should we have gone back to comfort him while he was crying? We kind of just like, okay, yeah, he can do his thing in the back. We'll just keep looking through documents. The stitch and seam isn't far. Do you mind if we stop by? Let's. I wonder if the seamstress worked on your blouse and all. It's a short walk from the pawn shop, one you have committed to memory by now. There are less people in the workshop than usual. Oh, Koa, and Silas too. Hello. Anelia has completed her shawl. It makes her look much older. Or is that a consequence of grief? The embroidery is unfinished in some spots, but you can clearly see the curling vines and wheat adorn the hem of the piece. You must be here for the blouse. The preliminary fitting was today, but I'm afraid I haven't made any progress. When can I expect to come back for a fitting? It's fine. There's no need to apologize. I understand. Thank you. Everyone has been so kind to me. If you come back in 3 days or so, I should have the blouse done. Don't push yourself. Poor thing. I wanted to ask about the heirloom, but I think she would burst into tears. It's a good thing you didn't. Scylla scratches her arm, desperate to think about something. Anything other than grief. Want to see if you managed to go from here to the temple by yourself? It shouldn't be too hard. You look at the citadel perched on top of the city. It sees all, watches all, yet those inside it do not. You pass the house that was burned down in yesterday's blaze. The smell of smoke still lingers. If only the mist could see you now, getting used to real life. What do you mean? Just all about fate this, fate that, but fate doesn't feed you. The mundane has encroached upon most of your day, but that hasn't stripped you of your powers or your purpose. Bring forth the darkest hour, destroy the false sun, said the abyss. My time has yet to come. Don't go speaking like the mist now. Once you reach the temple, Silas wishes you farewell. Well, I'll see you in the evening. I guess. See you later. Time to go to work. Reading hopefully less depressive messages than the day before. The day is quiet. The messages and letters mundane, all save for one. There's always one. That one. Hey, you write as well? I do. You take a sheet of rough paper from under the counter. I need you to write this. The dream is the same every night. You wet the quill in the ink and begin transcribing his words. It has 4 eyes, wings, and a crown made of teeth. It's slimy like algae, yet its talons are sharp like an eagle's. The description of his dream doesn't make much sense, but you don't comment on that. It speaks, but I can't hear it. When I wake up, my eyes are filled with tears, and the sight of the sea makes me weep with longing. He scratches his arm. That's it. Don't write the rest. That's quite the dream you're having. Damn nightmare has been plaguing me for days. I hope this is not a waste of time. The address is to... Bloody hells, I can't believe I'm doing this. To the Lady of Dreams. You're stealing paper for someone I should need it. Wow. Don't say anything. Why name? What is it that you're doing exactly? Well, there's this lady that lives in La Marina who's able to tell you the meaning of dreams. This one's been bothering me for a while, so I figured I could ask her. You read what you just transcribed. It still doesn't make much sense, even for a dream. I hope she'll be able to figure it out. He rolls up the message, tucks a coin inside, and walks away. The picture of misguided hope. As the bells toll, the day comes to an end. Here's what you made today. Wow, what other profits we rolling in? Brother Mattia hands you some coins. The Lady of Dawn smiles upon you for coming so often. All I do is read and write messages. Like, you know, like they do in Violet Evergarden, and I collect my coins and get my dinner. Yeah. Brother, have you ever heard of the Lady of Dreams? What happened to the desperate lady you helped me with? Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too, but... What did happen to the desperate lady you helped me with? Well, have you ever heard of this Lady of Dreams? Is that a new moniker for the Lady of Dusk? I don't believe so. You tell him about the strange message you crafted for a sailor. I should probably report that to my superiors, but it sounds harmless so far. Please let me know if more people come to you about this Lady of Dreams. You wish Brother Mattia a good evening. Grab your cloak and leave the temple. Dillis is nowhere to be found. Miss? Oh, hello. A well-dressed young man approaches you. The old scar next to his eye catches your attention. Then you notice the one on his lip. It's in the same place as Silas. Silas has a message for you. Something about a last-minute commitment in the evening. Are you a friend of hers? You could call me that, yes. She suggested you go to the pawn shop and help the owner, whatever that might mean. Thank you for letting me know. His eyebrows bow in acknowledgement, and he leaves with the rapier bobbing on his hip. Why does Silas and him have matching scars? Maybe they got cut up in the same way? By the same person? It's a short walk from the temple to the pawn shop. From the open windows, delicious wafts of roast, herbs, and lemon remind you that it's dinner time. You close your hand around the pawn shop's door. It's locked, but the inside of the shop is lit by candles. I guess I'll knock. You look inside to see if there's any movement, but no. Malik really left unintended flames in his shop. Buddy, you run an antique shop. Why are you just leaving it like that? Well, have to work tomorrow. Okay, have a good sleep. Cutie art girl. Rest well for work tomorrow. After seeing destruction caused by fire just a few days ago, the thought makes you uneasy. You knock again. After a couple of seconds, you spot some movement inside, and the door opens with a metallic clack. Hello again. Did you come for the archives? Yes, I did. Well, come in. He carries with him a hearty smell you can't quite identify. I did not expect you to come at this time. Were you cooking? The nearby tavern is too crowded for my taste, so I thought, why not try to replicate their hunter's stew? I'm afraid mine might be burning right now. I can lock the door and snuff out the candles for you. You just invite yourself to dinner, but he doesn't seem to mind. I appreciate it. He disappears behind the drape, and you follow him after taking care of the door and fires. The hearty scent is much more intense in the dimly lit hallway. Once you round the corner, you find yourself in the waiting room, sliced by the shadow of a chandelier. Its warm light bounces across the golden frames on the wall, and mercilessly spotlights every bit of dust on the polished wood. I guess we'll look at the paintings. Oh, maybe the trinkets or, paintings. Several family portraits hang on the wall. An austere-looking woman and a smiling man stand next to each other in the painting closest to you. Their arms are draped over an empty chair. Looking around, you find a family portrait with Malik in it. He looks much younger, in his teens. His cheeks are hairless, but the scar is already there. He looks miserable. Oh. The scar splits his face into most of the portraits. You see his age regress as he shrinks and his cheeks turn chubbier, until you spot a painting in which the scar is absent. The date suggests that it was taken 25 years ago in the past. He looks very young in the painting. How old could he be? Oh no. Malik peeks at you from the kitchen. I knew I should have covered them. He grins, but his cheeks look darker. Luckily, the stew did not burn, and it's almost ready. You don't mind waiting until dinner is done before sifting through the archives, I hope? You might not need to eat, but he does. I can wait. I should have enough for two. The kitchen is a cramped space, half concealed by yet another drape. The pot is simmering on the hearth, diffuses a lovely aroma into the air. I did not expect your living quarters to be so ostentatious, close to the shop. My parents spent a small fortune to make sure the maid would always have something to dust off. If anything could use some dusting, it's the shop. I'm aware, my progress has been slow ever since I almost made a cabinet topple. He takes a large spoon and checks the consistency of the stew. It's ready. The stew he places on the side table bears all the colors of summer vegetables. You're not familiar with the spices he used, but you know the price must be hefty. What do you do before coming here? If he told you he worked as a cook, you would believe him. Back in Banu Javiyar, I was an artist whose canvas was skin. Needle and ink, and stamps, of course, are just some of the tools I employed. He slid his hand over his scarred arm. But the knife is my favorite. You sound quite nostalgic. I thought I had found my life's calling, yet here I am, back in the house I was born in. He looks around. It has changed. It's even more oppressively full of stuff. I wonder if I'll ever go back. I don't look forward to yet another, say, night-long journey by sea. Do you hate it that much here? I shouldn't. It's easy and comfortable, and it reminds him of his late parents. And much better than inking the same design on the exact same spot 10 times a day. What design? An eye, or rather, the symbol of an eye, to be inked on a maiden's finger, to protect her against envious gazes. Massive delicate scars on the arm sounds nothing like what he's describing. I'm afraid you won't find any tradition in my masterpiece. What you find in it are shadows that don't feel pliable like those cast by the chandelier. Instead of acknowledging you like the rest, those on his scarred arm remain inert. How could it be, and why do none of the whispers have anything to say about it? Malik did mention having strange dreams, somehow connected to the color of your eyes. Once you finish eating dinner, he collects the bowls and leaves them soaking in the kitchen. That was delicious. I'm glad you liked it. Are you ready to be horrified by the archives? It can't be that bad. He leads you up 2 flights of stairs. The second floor is a cramped balcony with a single door. He opens it and shows you the inside. The attic has been repurposed as a maze of shelves filled with records. Dust dances in the air, catching all the light that floods the room. Do you understand my reluctance now? You approach one of the shelves. The records cover irregular periods of time. A month when business was slow. A se'nnight when it was flourishing. Anelia said the heirloom was sold some months in the past. I'd like for us to cover the last half a year. That makes the job a smidgen easier. The shelves used to be arranged with a precision I used to deride. You pull out a thin logbook. It covers the span of 3 days. Let's get to work. This will take hours. It will. You get to work. You read about insect collections, old ceremonial garbs sold almost immediately, spectacles, carpets, woven hats. It's terribly boring. You know what the worst part is? Losing the dust? That's quite terrible, but no. What is it then? It's the first time I've entered the archives in over a decade, and I will have to make use of this place in the future. I haven't made a big show of reopening the shop, you see, because I was bound to attract attention. I wonder if I'll soon be contracted by nobles interested in renewing their patronage. You make it sound like a bad thing. The hand was kept afloat by people whose names never made the records. Most of their collaterals were immediately purchased by private clients. He does not speak ill of the dead, he's still grieving, but his unsaid words hang between you nonetheless. His parents were crooks. It's luck to devour my words. It's not something I should share so liberally. At the mention of the name, the shadows nested in his scars darken. Who or what is she, Luke? Carolesians call him Shiroko. He's the ever-burning wind, the patron of travel and commerce, one of the 4 winds of Banu Javiyar. He's the one I pledge myself to. Is he a god? Malik nods. We got some, okay, religious figures in here. I'm not supposed to speak of the Four Winds so openly. The goddess is quite protective of her faithful. What do you mean? I was taught to hide my prayers to the Javian gods and profess the goddess only. I mean, I guess fitting. Granted, this was a decade ago. Times might have changed. You resume your terribly boring task. The curfew bell rings while you're working and the last silver light disappears from the sky. It's quite late. Shall I escort you home? You know what? Sure. I mean, I can handle myself, but I guess it's, you know, better than walking home alone. He leads you through the waiting hall and reveals a side entrance. Where to? The Eastern Hold. He cocks an eyebrow. Not the sort of place I'd visit at night. The heart is lit by oil lamps and patrolled. You barely round the corner before you bump into Silas. Silas! Hey, I was just coming to pick you up. So, any information on the heirloom? Regrettably not. Bummer, you can leave Koa in my hands. I'm her bodyguard. Malik bows to you both. In that case, may the far traveler guide your steps, granting you sanctuary where enemies abound. Farewell. Malik does not have to walk far to return home, and Silas waits for him around the corner before she beckons you to follow him. He looks like an easy target, just making sure he gets home safe. She leaves after she hears the door lock. How did your little job go? Better than expected. I made some nice coin in exchange for. She shows you a small abrasion on her wrist. One teeny tiny scratch. In exchange? Well, you know, risk comes with a job and all that. She avoids telling you exactly what she did, which probably makes her little job an unsavory one. You chat well in the heart, but once you cross the twin bridges, the darkness and silence makes you alert to your surroundings. Once you're home, you head under the sheets. The soft shadows lull you into a lake of pure darkness, from which an unearthly voice rises. Oh no, the abyss is talking to me again. You are to bring forth the darkest hour, dispel the lies of the false sun, eradicate its poison. What is the darkest... what is the false sun? It is the blasphemy of light. A falsehood that drowns the darkest truth of the abyss. Why do you always speak in riddles? No answer comes. Of course! Why could we expect anything more than speaking in riddles? Silas's loud yawn wakes you up. Good morning. Ah, you're awake. I need some water. I'm parched. She rolls from the mattress to the floor. And I need to get us breakfast. I have to admit that the mist taking care of that was nice. Do you think? We should try to send her a message. See if our worries are unfounded. Sounds like a plan. After you refresh yourself and have a simple breakfast, courtesy of Silas, you head for the heart of the city, across the canal. I guess finally maybe we'll get to see the other girl again. So I guess we're just left to wander by ourselves, but curious. Our status is still kind of the same. I thought we have a log. Okay, we have a log. Yeah, we got our codex. Yeah, the Marine. Marine is captive. So, Marine, yeah, we don't know how she's doing. Maybe we'll find out as we go along. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna call it probably a night for today's stream. Because, yeah, this is the full game, so it's actually quite lengthy from what I hear. So, based on the pacing, funny enough, I don't think we even met the last male love interest yet. I don't think so. It's hard to tell. I can't really see India. Yeah, I don't think we haven't met him yet. So, wow, we've gone this far. We actually haven't met him yet. Of all the people. But we've met everyone else. So the game does seem to take its time to like kind of build up the background, the world, the lore building. We've been hanging out a lot with Silas. Yeah, why do I keep forgetting the other girl's name, even though I said it so many times? Marane, yeah, so Marane. So yeah, we spent a lot of time with Marane and Silas. We kind of bumped into the guys here and there, but there's still a lot of questions we have so far, like what is the darkness? What is all these cryptic messages of what we can do? Trying to like fulfill the voices request. So it does seem like there is still quite a lot to this game. So we'll see. Maybe I'll continue it another time. Because I think this is gonna be still a lot more story to go to. But you know, we found out a lot about the background details and the lore and the world. So we are making some progress. They're slow and steady baby steps that we're taking. But yeah, looking forward to maybe seeing what the last person that we haven't met yet. And how the story will continue to develop as we kind of figure out what our purpose is, I suppose, in this game. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on tonight's stream. It was interesting to go through this together. Hope you all enjoy the stuff that we've covered so far, and until next time then, take care everyone. This is Koa Miyo clocking out. Until next time, bye bye.